Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I'm getting warnings all over the place from YouTube. We're sending it too much information. Hopefully I don't have to adjust the bit rates. Please let me know if the volume levels are okay. I want to wish you the best in all things: peace, prosperity, joy, bliss, abundance, and happiness. Today's format is Pick a Deck. There is no list, but I'm so happy to see that all of you have joined in. It's going to be Reader's Choice today. We're going to be doing some trivia. We're going to be having some spiritual fun. That's how it goes. Big warm welcome to an old friend of the program today. Here is Crafty Energies. Crafty Energies calling us all the way from across the pond, and I agree with you, Crafty Energies. Crafty says, hey, there's a lot of big changes headed our way. An amazing 4 weeks of big changes, and yeah, it all kicks off Friday, believe it or not. New moon in Libra, everybody, and we can catch up about that in just a minute or two. And so with that, in the welcoming of an old friend, we are a very benevolent tribe on YouTube. Promote awakening, not just straight up answers through tarot, but building a bridge to higher understanding, higher levels of consciousness, and more benevolent, altruistic ways of being, right? So we're gonna welcome in Crafty Energies with the first reading of the day, if that's what Crafty would like to do. I'm hoping that's what Crafty wants to do. So Crafty, you give me the word, you give me the permission sake, and we'll go ahead and read for you here today on 99.9, just a random event where I turned on the cameras. So really good, really happy to have you all here. Let's see if I can get out from backstage here. And there we go. Hi everybody. Good to see you. Crafty, why don't you go ahead and pick a deck? Right now we're going to be rotating through the decks as we do this. And everybody, there's no list, so just vibe with the chat, catch my attention, answer the trivia questions, be patient, and be most excellent to one another in the chat room. And we'll get around to everybody eventually today. As always, the PayPal line, the Super Chat links are open. If anyone's wishing to send tribute to really get my attention, you can go ahead and hit that button. As well, for new subscribers, be sure to hit the notification, as sometimes it takes a while to get all of the free readings out. But let's shift our attention right now back to our good friend there, Crafty Energies. Yes, that's cool. So, Crafty, it's going to be, we have a Power Oracle here. We have the David Bowie Tarot up. We have a Lenormand deck. Okay, these are the gilded soft songs and revelry. And we have the Tarot Illuminati here as well. So, if you have a question and you want to pick a deck, go ahead and let me know which one you would like to see. And, Crafty, since we're such old friends, I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes and see what I can get through some vision questing. It's been so long. It's good to see you, my friend. Don't forget to smash like. I hope to see you soon broadcasting on your channels out there, Crafty Energy. The number 3 deck. So that was this one. I got them all. Let me just close my eyes for a minute, Robert, and see what I can see. I got an image of a swordfish, like undoubtedly, or a dolphin. It's one of the two. I think it's a swordfish. And the swordfish is saying, it's okay to be extra choosy. It's okay to be extra picky at this time. You don't have to be aware when, somebody's just raising your expectations, and then you go through disappointment, and then you just accept whatever you're given. The swordfish is cutting that out with the swordiness. It's saying now is the right time to be picky. Now is the right time not to settle for second choice, second best. It's about holding out until you get exactly what you want, right? So that's kind of an interesting message to see through spirit here. As well, I'm also getting an image of a pencil, okay, pencil tip on paper. It says Yes, it says, I will. And then that's all it's saying. So the rest of the sentence is up to you. So this is solar plexus energy. The pencil went on the paper and it just said, I will. So use your will, Crafty, to the fullest extent of actually being selective and changing, manifesting the change and directing and guiding and controlling the big changes that you already sense or that you already know are coming for you in your life. Okay? So you said the third deck I explained, which I think was this one. We can go ahead and get a few cards out. So we've got the Power Oracles. I shouldn't even tell you guys a deck. I should make you pick them based on whether or not you like the art on the back. And that would be a good thing to do. All right, Crafty. I'm going to go ahead and give these a quick shuffle, and then we'll have a little conversation. Balancing is great, and the Libra new moon is perfect for that too, that balancing type energy. All right, these are beautiful cards. So what I want to do for you, Crafty, I got them all shuffled, I got them all cut up. What I want to do here is I want to have a little fun, try out something a little bit new. Pretty dark over there. All right, here we go. We'll take you to the tarot reading room. We're going out to the veranda. All right, just because these cards are really beautiful, they're really nice. We start here with card 37, which is the card of Cuckoo Clock. Wow, look at all the different parts and gears and bells and whistles that make this thing actually work and make this thing actually accurate. So again, with the pencil tip that I saw and the sword, the actual nose of the swordfish, it's saying, it's reaffirming here, be very sharp, be very articulate, and focus in on your abilities of accuracy, whatever that might be, whether you're shooting bow and arrow, whether you're playing the stock market, however it's manifesting in your life, Crafty. It's saying to be absolutely accurate in that which you choose, in that which you decide to call out, in those calls that you may decide to answer. Sometimes Cuckoo Clock goes off. We would be like doing it, totally submerged into something else, a hobby or making love or doing whatever, and then the cuckoo clock goes off, or maybe just a grandfather clock, and all of a sudden it brings the fantasy back, right back to reality, to the dimension of time, the complex contest and consistent flow of time through which, we saw I will, but time flows through the I am portal. So make sure that you're like staying accurate with it and having, when you're balancing that divine energy on both sides. The gender equation is good too, but also the energies, that which are emotional versus that which are truly spiritual. You may be putting more definition and accuracy onto those feelings. All right. Again with the pen and paper, Rob. Okay, this is interesting. You may decide to write an old-fashioned letter to somebody. I don't know, maybe the cards are old-fashioned. Maybe you're going to construct a very meaningful or deep or long email. You might decide to do it in longhand, in the old style. And again, I like the red seal here. You're putting your signature on it. You're putting your definition on it. You're probably even going to be explaining to others here in the near future, Crafty, your expectations, drawing them out, listing them out for people, because you can portray them or convey what your intentions are, but if you're not doing it directly, it leaves it up to the will of the other person to whether or not, first of all, if they understood it, and secondly of all, if you didn't feel it was that important, they're not going to feel it's that important. So whatever kind of emphasis or emphasis that you put on things in your communications with others is going to have a big say of whether or how the return is going to be. I like this card because this email or this letter that you're constructing has to do with the changes that you were talking about. 27, this is a card of 9, the highest degree of change, right? But this change is beginning with you actually articulating something to a very fine point. There it is again, pointy things. Look at little beaks on the herons there that are nesting. So this is about source code abundance, and this is about sanctuary. This is about, again, a new day dawning over home is where the heart is. Home is decided by where you are. You're not going to be feeling torn at this time. You're going to be feeling more of in a building stage, a construction stage. I feel as though like you've already done a lot of the work of tearing down some of the older energies, or getting all the wheels moving again, whether these represent your chakras or whether these represent obstacles or stepping stones that you had to overcome or analyze, or almost like a puzzle that you had to figure out, and you started piecing it all together. And once you begun to see the bigger picture, it was like then you were off and running. All right, but there was a missing piece here, something that you knew you had to heal, and you're doing so through constructing this letter or writing this email. And it's for you, it's not for the other. And there is abundance in the home. That's what this card is showing here as well, with the Queen of Hearts. Because it's done for the right purpose, the emotional attachment you have to home life and family life. And you're in the clear now. Whatever bad energy was dogging you before, was maybe bringing you down, feeling you down, getting you confused, getting you bent out of shape or out of sorts, that energy is leaving now. That energy is passing through. You may still get a few residuals, like you may just find like, oh, there's a few bad apples, but you've been able to rip the rotten apples out of the cart or out of the basket to preserve all the good ones, or to preserve abundance and nourishment for the future, which is really nice. Again, it comes out as a physical metaphor, but it's more so of a spirit, like talking about that balance between emotion and spirit. All right. So that's really good. Crafty, good to see you here today on the 99.9. Absolutely happy to have everybody here today. We're on for quite a while. What is going on here? Got all kinds of things up in the... We're looking for two. Here we go. Looking for two. We're looking for you, and we're looking for two. Or maybe, yeah, it's this one we're looking for. Okay, just give me a minute, everybody. Vibe in the chat. I'll probably be doing a trivia question for the next reading. So get your hats on, grab some popcorn. We're going to be talking about stuff that can resonate for everybody today. These are our spiritual adventures through the year 2020, and so happy that you all could be here. Let's get it on. Bang a gong. Let's get it on. And just hit me up on Instagram, Crafty. I'm still there. You know where to find me if you want to talk some more. Thanks for coming today. It's been a while. So good to see you today. Alright, the Lenormand deck goes back to the back of the pile, and we're going to substitute in a new deck for the next lucky contestant. Alright. Alright, let's get back into it now. Thanks for joining me here on a Tuesday. Really good times. Good to see all our friends here. Welcome to Moderator Steve. Hi Deirdre. Hi Be Wise. Hi to everybody that's jumped in. Today we are doing Pick a Deck. And we just finished reading for Crafty Energies. That was a pleasure. We haven't seen Crafty Energies over here. Hi. Good stuff. Good to see you, Crafty. 100%. It's been so long. All right. No transmissions on the go. All right. Well, thanks for taking some time and enjoying this transmission. Let's try to drum up a little bit of abundance as we power through your day. That's right. This is 99.9. I am your host, Poofy Pooper Noggin, and today we're doing Pick a Deck. I want to wish you all the best in all things peace, prosperity, joy, bliss, abundance, and love. So, trivia question coming up for your chance to have a free Pick a Deck reading. Hopefully it's not too dated. I'm kind of coming up with these on the fly. And if you get the right answer and you don't want a reading, you're free to give your reading to somebody else in the chat room. So the first person, or if you've already had a reading, then you can, and you get the answer, then you can give it away to another person in the chat room. I want to know, in the first Bill and Ted's movie, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, starring Keanu Reeves, who played the character Rufus, the old time-traveling guru in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? If you know the name of the actor that played Rufus in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, type it into the chat. If you win the trivia, you will be next. I'm not in a hurry to service a lot of people today. We're going to be on. This is part of a spirit retreat. You'll notice that it's like a Wednesday, and I'm here at a time where I normally would be doing other things. I've got a bit of a retreat week myself, and it feels so good. Mercury retrograde started today, so that's exciting. We can talk about some other things like the new moon coming up on Friday here in sign of Libra, and that's pretty exciting to have. All right, hopefully the stream is going through. I'm getting errors all over the place saying we have YouTube overloaded, so maybe we'll try and get in and raise the bit rate, see what we can do. What's going on? What's going on? All right, output. All right, let's see if we can get this bit rate up. We're getting alerts all over the place. We'll jack it right up here and see if that makes it any better. Okay. Good stuff. Good vibrations. All right, looks like Deirdre came up with the right answer, and that's wonderful. It was George Carlin. If you guys haven't seen that movie, if it was a little before your time, I encourage you to check it out. It's good fun, and incorporates all of the fun stuff that we like in terms of interdimensional time travel and things of that nature. So Deirdre, you're up next. You get to go ahead. Let me know which deck you would like me to choose. All right, we got 4 of them up here. Some are Oracle decks. Some are tarot decks, and they go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And while you're picking a deck, Deirdre, I'm gonna go ahead, get my special interdimensional magical vision questing glasses on, and I'm gonna see what kind of visions come up for Deirdre. All right. I'm seeing like a tiny spool, like size of like just in your thumb, like something that would go in a sewing machine or on top of a sewing machine. It's like a little spool with thread on it. So perhaps you're in a situation where you may be having trouble to have the energy to repair a situation, or you're wondering about physical attachment to the physical and maybe physical resources. Perhaps you have some concern about how far away you are from something, or how much it's going to take to bring something back into your life or to repair something. All right. I'm also seeing like the windows on a train and somebody reading a book on a train. So I don't know if this is a commuter train or like a big travel train. And it's indicating here as well there's going to be a soft landing, and it lets me know as well that you are expanding out your network, or you are expanding out from center right now. It's almost as though you've established some very rock solid, important concepts or things in your life, and now you're like venturing out of the comfort bubble more and more often these days. You're not going too far, which Spirit commends you, but it says that you are allowing your mind to explore into new areas where previously you had been unwilling to do that, or perhaps afraid to do that. Like you overcame some sort of perception obstacle that has allowed you now to entreat your mind to more wisdom, to more knowledge, to more intellect, and maybe even just to more experience, which is really cool. I like that a lot. Okay. I answered at 3:33. All right. Deck number 2. All right. I like that. Let's do deck number 2. That was the new one that got shuffled in. So when somebody picks a deck, it goes out of the rotation and back into the back of the line. But we've got a Lightworker's Oracle up here, Deirdre, and hopefully what I saw in my vision made a little bit of sense, right? Oh, Gloria, right? Gloria, I think they got your number. All right, let's see. All right, we want just the right card for Deirdre here. Just the right card. Ooh, I like that. I like this. Let's have a look and see what's going on. We'll put it up there. Let's get a better view of it for Deirdre. All right, I like it. I like it a lot, Deirdre. This is card number 26, the Key of Light. So, the Key of Light, or the key to, I guess, definition and perception. We need both the light and the dark in order to define the third, the shape, the image, even the line. Okay, we can't have one without the other. So we've got the key of light. Now, what's up with the lock of darkness, right? You think about it. What is the perceptual truth of the key of light? Where can it be defined? Only by the lock of darkness. This card for me is reaffirming that you've been healing some deep, deep things, or you will be healing some deep, deep things. There's also going like some sort of like metabolic change either happening within you now or going to be happening in the near future, I feel, in regards to like just your diet, maybe even things like exercise and what you're deciding, how you're deciding to manage and govern your body and your balance between, you know, being in your head and then stepping out of your mind and really acknowledging the body, which is good. The lock of darkness, it's not a scary thing, but it's just like being able to be comforted by the feeling that there is a point to it, that there is a purpose to it, that there is a reason for all that you've gone through so far in your life. And when you look towards the future, you may perceive obstacles that you now know that you have the ability to not only comprehend, but to overcome and use as reflective tools for further success. All right. When the angel gives the being the key of light, essentially what they're saying is like, you now have the spiritual authority. You now have the cerebral confidence. You now have the correct emotional drive to go forward into your own darkness, into your own places of what were used to be anguish and despair, and to unlock them and see the amount of just like peaceful birds. Like I'm picturing somebody opening a window and like doves and pigeons like flying out, being like free at last, right? They may have tried to sculpt me, but I was able to break free. I was able to understand how my relationships were in my life and were meant to show me the person that I wanted to grow into in this lifetime. So this is a very optimistic card. This card signifies new journey as well as an increase in spiritual perceptions. You may yourself even begin to have very lucid, they could be lucid dreams, they could be like just visions, like what would be termed as like a hallucination, but you'd see it more as like being like very much benevolent, like a spiritual transmission coming through straight to you, either from loved ones, from angels, your spiritual team. These energies are going to be up on the go, and you're going to be wise to them. You're going to be aware of them. They could also manifest as synchronicities in your life, where all of a sudden, you see an opportunity, or you see a chance to, accomplish your purpose, in essence, as you move through it. I won't say it's like, it could be career, it could be in regards to love, but it's a new dwelling place for your spirit when it is with you in the body. Again, a metabolic change that's coming because, spirit is, strengthening your physical body at this time as well, because the mind is so far ahead. Your spirit is so ready now for the other side of the coin, the lock of darkness, being like, please show me what's behind curtain number 3. I don't care if I've never experienced or if I don't know what it is. I actually need to break the redundancy or the stagnancy of everyday life. You asked what you were missing, maybe, to spirit. You might have asked your angels or meditated on what you needed to know. And now is going to be shown to you. The key of light it's not just like always a key. Like the key of light, it could take on the perception or the shape of any object that is applicable to you. You'd be shown, like, I don't know, whatever it might be, like a hammer, or I don't know, like a spool of thread, or whatever it might mean for you, and that would be your key. It will arrive when you're like in between being awake and being asleep in the darkness, and that's when these messages, these high vibration keys of light, they come through the lock of darkness. So don't be afraid to be quiet and still by yourself, in sanctuary with the lights low, because that's when spirit can really give and bring forth some strong messages for you. And I really like that, Deirdre. All right. Yeah, so they're going to be showing you objects, and these objects are practical things that you can use in your life, Deirdre. All right? So hopefully that resonated well for you. Good to see you here today, Deirdre. So nice to have you on the program, 100%. For those of you just joining us, we're having a lot of fun today. We're not even moving at a turtle's pace today. We are moving at a snail's pace. And that's okay. It's just the way we like it. Vibe with the chat. Say hello to me. Be prepared to answer some really random trivia for your chance to have a free pick a deck reading. And we'll get things reset for the next person right away. Right away. It's a beautiful card, Deirdre. It really is a beautiful card. I like it. All right. Yellow Shield in the house. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Good to have you here on the program today, Michelle. We're taking things a little bit slow. We're taking things a little bit easy, and that's okay. All right. So, that said, we're going to be cycling out the Lightworkers Oracle. Going to be getting everything back up and in there again for the next person. And I got to think up a new trivia question. All right, it's getting a little tarot heavy. The pick a deck options are getting a little bit heavy. We've got 3 tarot decks now in the pile and 1 oracle deck. All right. Absolutely. Michelle, I love that yellow shield. It's the first one I've seen turn yellow. Thank you so much for purchasing a membership to the channel. And again, that catches my attention all day, every day. So Michelle, why don't you go ahead and pick a deck? We'll do it like this. Deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, deck 4. Okay? And in the meantime, I'm going to see if there's anything that I can see for you in regards to just kind of spirit questing, visions for Michelle. I'm seeing a hot dog. I know you can't make this stuff up. And it's showing, again, I'm seeing a little bit of a division as well, like a center brick, something that is like keeping 2 forces apart. It's almost like one of these things is not like the other, and the thing that is not like the other 2 is like in the middle, and it's holding them apart. It's pushing them apart. I'm also seeing the image of a slide, like one like for toddlers, like for little kids, like a big play, like plastic play slide thing, and there's like little kids like playing on it, and they're very happy, which is quite interesting. And this playtime, it's like memories are leading to kind of foundations of storytelling, whatever this might be. Somebody is like writing a novel, writing a book, or telling a story. They're almost as if like they're taking their imagination and they're putting it down on paper, which is quite funny. I also see I'm seeing the Vince Lombardi trophy. This is like the football trophy, the Super Bowl trophy. I don't know why I'm seeing the Super Bowl trophy. That's pretty wild. And I'm also seeing someone waving hello, like a greetings. Someone is coming into your life in peace right now. And in happiness. Okay. I also have visions of cones, like a lot. There's a lava lamp, and maybe like a magic bullet or one of those things. I have like a blender. This is so interesting, Michelle. There's all kinds of stuff going on over here. But it's really nice to see you today. I don't know. I'm having trouble making sense out of any of that, but it's kind of all over the board and it's everywhere. But so yeah, we'll go ahead. And Michelle, if you can let me know what deck you would like to pick, I'll go ahead and pick a card for you. That's good. I need, what do I need here? What do I want? What do I need? Yeah. Let's do it this way. That's okay. Michelle's like, hi. Maybe Michelle wasn't ready. Love to see those shields turn yellow. Thank you to the 99.9 Loyal Listeners Club, of which Michelle is an amazing part of. Holy moly. Sounds good, Steve. Sounds absolutely good. We'll be on for a while. I'm not in a hurry to get to everybody as fast as I can today. Gotta take a break from that. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. The Mystic Dreamers Tarot. All the new decks keep getting swapped out. That's awesome. Deck number 4. This will actually be the first tarot reading of the day. The previous 2 were oracles, which is fine by me. All right. Maybe. I don't know what the symbology of a lava lamp or a cone. Cornucopia, though, that's a cone. That can signify abundance for sure. Cone-shaped things. Absolutely. Dollar bills, y'all. Okay, Michelle. We've got the Three of Wands up here. It's a very nice card. Somebody's saying it's time to make this happen. The Libra new moon is a perfect time to commit to new goals. It is, hands down. And the reason why is it's just good timing. It's set in positive and fresh energy. So anything that you've been thinking about doing over the last little while is saying do it this weekend. Get started. Do it right now. Do it as quick as you can. Well, not as quick as you can. Take your time. But it's a good time to ask yourself for more of a commitment to a new goal or to a goal that you've been working towards. It's really time to kind of get stuck in and really commit to yourself. And don't worry, if the journey seems long or it seems like there's a bunch of stuff along the way that you don't want to do, you will be just fine when it comes time to do it. Oh my goodness. Three of Wands to Six of Wands now. If the Nine of Wands comes out after this, I'm going to just tell you that you are going to receive everything that you're working towards. Because the Three of Wands to Six of Wands is like you're going to be successful. Regardless, whatever it is that you're thinking of right now, whatever it is that you put your mind to, that you are focused in on, you're going to be successful. And it's going to come through, you have to, still walk the walk and fight the fight and do the thing and do the stuff and things, right? It's not going to just kind of, plop down like a bag of money, right? But it's showing that you're going to be successful in this journey, in this next pursuit. So maybe if this is about applying a job, or if this is about using the law of attraction to your betterment, it's saying that you're going to be successful. You're going to get validation of the fact that whatever you're doing is paying off. It could come in reward of a gift or union, a meeting of somebody new and important. A Queen of Swords is here as well, saying, be cautious. As you're journeying towards your success, always be acknowledged of the pitfalls. And the pitfalls that you are in control of, take control of those pitfalls. Take control of those potential setbacks. Do them proactively and preemptively, and your road will only be even smoother. The Queen of Swords there, the bitch that she is sometimes, she'll just give you a free pass. She'll just be like, go ahead, Michelle, just keep on trucking by. You're doing the right things. You didn't fall for the old tricks or the old temptations at the side of the road, or at the fringe levels of friendship or fringe levels of association. You stayed true to your new self. You stayed true, and like you said, if you set that commitment to that goal, if you set it, and you actively start doing stuff and things, walking the walk and walking the road towards that, saying you don't have to fight for it, but you just have to walk forward confidently and without pullbacks, without setbacks, and it will arrive at your door a lot sooner than you may think. You go out and you set the energies in motion for your success, or for that which you want to come to you, or you've gone out and you've captured the flag, or you've captured the wreath, and now you feel both grateful and humble and victorious in all of the senses, because basically what it's saying is don't be afraid to double up. If you've got a plan, don't be afraid to act on the plan. If you've been acting on the plan, don't be afraid to change the plan. If you've just changed the plan, don't be afraid to stay committed to it and wait and see the results that it will provide for you. Okay, second guessing yourself, this is where she'll laugh in your face and say, haha, you fell for the old trick at the side of the road. You kind of got to very mindful, very present, and very sharp in all that you do now throughout the remainder of 2020 here, and you eventually will get double the rewards. And I'm not really seeing it as cash here, but it's doubling up in terms of work progression, in terms of work success, growth, and expansion. If we would have saw the 9 of Wands here, I could have told you straight out that, you know, it's a no-brainer for you, or you'll get it absolutely. But the Queen of Wands here offers a stay of hand, is saying you have to be very careful of pitfalls or second-guessing yourself. Okay? 100%. All right, Michelle? Good stuff. Good to have you here. All right? Whoo-wee. That was the first tarot reading of the day, and that was a doozy. That was a humdinger of a wing-ding right there. All right. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. All right, let's get the decks reset. It is free pick a deck day. You can pick a deck. You can pick your nose. You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Absolutely don't do that. All right. What's next? Ooh, we're rotating in a very interesting deck this time. We've got the Power Oracles. We have got the David Bowie. Very cool deck. Very cool energy readings through that. Tarot Illuminati is still up on the board. And next in line was the Native Spirit Oracle. So, I guess for all of those watching, we should go ahead and have a trivia question. Let's see if I can think of a good trivia question. What theory should we do? Some music? Okay, this will be a fill in the blank, and the first person to fill in the blank will receive the next reading. Okay, I'm looking for the third word in this series. I'm going to give you 2 words, and the first person to give me the right word at the end of the series will receive a free reading. So you guys got to be a little bit intuitive here, okay, or somewhat cultured. Okay, the first word is Ludwig. The second word is van. So Ludwig van blank. Whoever knows Ludwig van blank will get the next tarot reading. Hey, old Boogie, good to see you here. Darko, what's up? Good to see you here. Michelle, hopefully that reading resonated for you. Hopefully you're all set and ready to go there. It's good to see you on the program tomorrow. I hope you get paid out. I hope it's a big payday for you. Big welcome to Playboy Bunny and all our friends here today on a Wednesday afternoon. Well, not much is going on. And that's just the way we like it. 'Cause baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. So Ludwig van, the names of the deck. That's okay. We'll do them like this. We'll go for whoever wins. This will be deck 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we'll do it. Alina comes beat oven. That's right. Ludwig van beat oven. Lena, you're a winner of the next reading. Ludwig van Gogh. That'd be cool. I think it was it Victor von Ludwig van Gogh. Yeah, I'm your host, Poofy Pooper Noggin. Ludwig van Poofy Pooper Noggin. Lena was the recipient. She got the answer right. She's up next. That's really good stuff. Hey, good to see you, Michelle. Good. Thanks for that big old yellow shield. That's so awesome. I encourage all of you that don't want to answer trivia, that don't want to wait in line, they just want your free reading. Go ahead and go to the channel page and find the join button. You can become a 99.9 loyal listener member, and always get fast and accurate service. That's what we're all about here, fast and accurate service. If you're new here, don't forget to smash the like button, and that really helps the channel out more than you could ever know. Ludwig van Gogh, he was an artist, but we don't know if he wasn't a musician. I would suspect that at some point in time, Van Gogh picked up a lute or a piccolo or something. Ludwig van Mozart van Rijsdugel. So we're just waiting here, Lena. Lena, tell me which deck you would like in today's Pick a Deck. 1, Deck 2, Deck 3, Deck 4. Just the most random trivia on the face of the planet. Good to see you all here. I see Blue Nile in the house. I see Aquarius Pisces. Good to have you here, Aquarius Pisces. I see Avni jumped into the Playboy Bunny. Now there's something I could get behind. To Gloria, Gloria. Good to have you here, Gloria. Ludwig van, yeah. Who was not Oliver Stone? Oh, I forget who. Stanley. That was Kubrick, wasn't it? Clockwork Orange. It's good stuff. Lena, we are waiting on Lena. Lena. Okay, Lena, you're on the clock. I'm giving you 2 more minutes. You answered the trivia, and then poof, the lights went out. When the lights go down in the city. I don't know any Beethoven songs, or I would sing them. Good stuff. Does everybody got it figured out? Everybody know who they're voting for here in the 3 weeks? Deck number 2. There we go. All right. Hopefully my chat isn't lagging. It's possible, though. I'm getting all kinds of warnings from YouTube that we're overloading the system. Illuminati Tarot. Awesome. Good choice, Lena. Good choice. Let's see what's going on. And we'll give you the Vision Quest too, just while I'm shuffling. Vision questing for Lena now. All right, Lena. I'm going to cut the cards. I'm going to go back into that vision. The vision started with doors, like great big, like solid oak doors that were opening. Let me just finish up there, see what's going on. All right, and inside this room, there's a table, and there's something under the table, and it's glowing. It almost looks like a shopping bag, like a bag that you would get if you were shopping at a mall and went to a clothing store. Like it's got the little string things on the top of it, like the little string handles and kind of the paperish bag. I don't know, is almost like a gift bag, but it's glowing. So there might be something in there. There might be a gift coming, or there might be something that you put away a long time ago. It could be something that you're looking for, maybe you're not looking for, but when you come across it, you're going to feel happy about it, and you're going to be able to put it back to good use, or to use it in a new way, or to use it properly. It might have been some sort of investment as well. It doesn't actually have to be a physical object, but check for some things that you put away. It might be time to go through some of your old things, or some of your old paperwork as well, to uncover a resource or something that makes you very happy, that's there, but because it's been out of sight, it's been out of your mind, you haven't thought about it much. Okay, Lena, that's what I'm picking up for you in terms of the vision. Let's go ahead, Lena. We'll cut the cards one more time for you, see what comes up for tarot. Okay, there we go. We've got Three of Swords, we've got Prince of Wands, okay, and we've got the Justice card. So it's no secret that your heart might be torn over an individual, Lena. I can kind of get a strong sense that that's what's been happening for you. All right, we'll zoom in on these cards. Right, Three of Swords indicates a healing. The Sword of Justice. There might have been a young fire sign, or an aggressive person. Could have been Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it didn't have to be. It's almost like you may be at odds with this fire sign, or someone may have treated you very unfairly, and you're like looking to, I don't know, if it's the church, if it's forgiveness, or if it's for deeper understanding about the potentiality of being able to forgive this person in your life, or simply move on from this person in your life. It's almost saying as though the thoughts that you have about an adventurer, a quester, or somebody that you met, they kind of like bring up feelings that are not very pleasant. They could be thoughts of like anxiety, fear, anguish, or pain that you want to get rid of. And what this is saying is that in order to do the right thing, you need to rely on faith in this situation. Faith in that the forgiveness you have in your heart is going to be enough, and you can definitely let it kind of triumph over the thoughts of fear or misunderstanding or anxiety that come up. They seem to be surrounding this fire sign, but look to a Taurus for help or guidance in the situation, or look to documented, validated ways of healing yourself in ways that they may feel like you don't feel comfortable talking about them, maybe, or you don't feel comfortable about bringing them up. The Justice with the Hierophant here is really saying that the only way to overcome, the only way to defeat any kind of scary things or deeper things that weigh on our heart and mind is to really to stand up against them, is really like to take a direct approach, stand up against them, fight against them, rather than kind of like playing dead and hoping that it will move on. Because ultimately the Hierophant is here saying you are the sculptor, you are the creator, you are the adventurer in this situation. The only thing that affects you is what you are allowing. So your personal filters, when thoughts and emotions arise in you, it's saying that you may not be filtering them out as good as you can, and it's through kind of being able to silence the mind's narrative over what happened, like getting past over what happened versus where you're at now, and not trying to deal so much with the past, but deal with the condition of the feeling that you are in right now, because that's where your control is. That's where the control has been given to you, and that's where the justice will occur in the moment very quickly. You also, it could be showing that you are a very passionate healer. You are a very compassionate person. You are very compassionate and passionate about helping and healing others in situations. You might be entertaining way too much lately of other people's sorrows or other people's sadnesses or other people's it goes beyond drama, but people tend to come to you, I feel, with their troubles or their dilemmas or their situations. It's almost as if you could start like a Dear Abby column and be very successful, or if you were to work as like a nurse or somebody or a counselor or somebody that was able to help people see past their own problems, the cards are showing that you would be very good at that, Lena. All right? But what it's saying ultimately is have faith in the process and the plan and return to fulfillment, like allowing your spirit and soul to be filled rather than to try to be fulfilled through the outside world and the kind of the torrent of the sea, the sort of the rough and tumble sea that you see in this card, right? It's anything but still waters. And the only way to get the environment outside that may be raging or thoughts that, you know, keep you up at night, keep those from snowballing or storming up on you, is really by just slowing down right now, taking a stop or stopping those thoughts in their tracks and coming back to the fullness of the remembrance of the practices that you do for your own healing, to settle yourself down, to feel comfortable and confident that we don't have to lend these people or these things our power or our compassion if we choose not to. Empaths usually have a very difficult time when they're beginning their journeys in being able to turn off that ability like a switch. So they tend to feel everybody's sorrow, everybody's trouble, and everybody's grievances, whether they're standing in line in the Safeway or whether they're having a direct one-on-one session with them. So maybe this is what this is about, is remember to take time for yourself. Remember that in order to help and heal others, you yourself must be at the top of your game. And if you're facing uncertainty and unknowns and you may be not knowing what you can trust, who you can trust, go back to source material and to the faith that feels good when you lend it your mind, when you think about your faith, when you think about source, when you think about your purpose in life. The ideas that wellspring in your mind or that arrive before you in your consciousness, the ones that actually make you feel good, the ones that actually make you feel stable, are the ones worth giving your time. Because this is what the story this tarot is telling us right now, is a scene of instability. You know, the rider that almost runs rampart right over the cliff's edge, and below is certain failure, certain doom, and perceived stormy seas that could never be navigated. So he puts on the brakes, but it's very unstable. It's almost like he's in that moment of falling, but the faith that he has, whether they go over the edge or not, or consider how to get down, comes to an issue of that. What is most stabilizing? What is most comfortable? Again, and that's a return to the red in the reading of the root chakra energies. So maybe some balance of root chakra through diet, prayer, and meditation, all very important, going to help alleviate any kind of things going on in your mind that happened over relationships. I feel it's probably over a relationship. Maybe a fire sign, somebody really haphazard in your life came along, disrupted you, upset you, or even hurt you, and now you're figuring out these ways of mending, of healing, and of making sense of it. And if this is in regards to trusting a new lover, potentially, it's about how much time you take for yourself. So you're actually going to be able to be more receptive to new trust and to new energies with people. Okay, Lena? So quite a story that was telling us over there in the tarot room. All right? Okay. Sherry. Oh, Sherry, of our love, hold on, hold on. Oh, Sherry. Well, I could have been gone after all. And who is that? Tyler Perry, I think. Welcome, Sherry. Thank you so much for the super chat. And El Boogie, welcome to the 99.9 Loyal Listeners program. So we're going to do El Boogie, and then we'll do Sherry, and then we'll get back into some more trivia for today's free Pick a Deck readings. So, that said, Illuminati Tarot goes to the back of the rotation, and we're coming up with new and exciting ways to give you the psychic answers that you crave, that you desire. It's 99.9 good vibes all the time. So we've got the Native Spirit, we've got the Power Oracle, we've got the David Bowie Tarot, and on deck number 4, I didn't set these out very good, they're all really big decks, is the Oracle of E. Okay, I'll just kind of represent, that's what that one looks like. But we'll go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for purchasing a 99.9 loyal listener membership, El Boogie. You totally rock. That is so cool of you. We'll give you the big honk honk filth and foul of the day. And you can go ahead and let me know which deck you would like, El Boogie. And then, Sherry, I'm coming to you after. Well, I could have been gone. After all, it's all for you. Oh, Sherry of our love, hold on, hold on. Yeah, it's a good song. I love that song, 100%. So you'll be up right after El Boogie, hanging out down there at 212 Boogie Woogie Avenue. It's 99.9 and the Friends of Nine community homepage. If you guys love free tarot, and I know you do, don't forget to check out Jennifer's Tarot Positive Shri, Master Shri, Bree, and the Cree. Positive free tarot, everybody. That's free, F-R-E-E-Z on awesome, because this lady knows her cards, and she moves a lot faster than I do in the world of free tarot reading. Oh yeah, it could be a Taurus. A Hierophant was there, Lena. Taurus is helping you. All right. Either helping you discover more about yourself or helping you directly. But yeah, Taurus definitely played into your reading. They showed up to me as being like more helpful or giving you some reaffirmed faith in something. Hopefully it's not because they treated you bad, but they might be the recovery arms of the fire sign that treated you poorly in a last relationship. Alrighty. Absolutely. Everybody can get a read. It's just whether or not you're willing enough to be patient enough to hang out long enough to get a reading. It's just like supply and demand, right? We try and service everybody as best we can. You can reach me through PayPal, through the Super Chat. If you don't want to wait, which is what El Boogie decided to purchase a membership, Sherry decided to hit us on the Super Chat line, and we appreciate that. Do I stand a chance for a read, please? It all depends on how patient you are. If you've got the time to hang around and vibe with us, I can't promise you how long it will take to get around to you, but be sure to hit the subscribe notification and check in with us from time to time, and you might have the divine timing to get your read without any rhyming. All right. El Boogie says a Native Spirit. Beautiful, beautiful call. I like that. Should we bring in Scorpio Butt Cheeks for the reading? I think maybe we should. Let's do this. I love these cards, El Boogie. Every time I pick up these cards, I feel the love. I get a sense of it, sense of the love. All right. Here we go, El Boogie. We'll get these going. All right, I'm going to close my eyes for you again. Maybe we'll invite Scorpio Butt Cheeks in. Oh, to go to the dark for that. All right, I'll do this person. I'm seeing somebody standing there like with their arms up, staring at the sky. It's almost like they're holding a ribbon between their two hands. This is almost like a pose that you would see like a gymnast do, or some sort of like parade dancer or somebody in a marching band. But the clear indication of that is being finished and victory, like the end of a routine, the end of a gymnastics routine where they finish and then they display, or the end of like a song at a rock concert. When they're done, they give that final hooray or hurrah, and it's like, raise your hands, we've been victorious, we're finally finished, something of this nature. So there could be a moment where you're feeling vindicated or validated or victorious over the fact that you've completed something to the best of your ability and properly, which is nice. Okay. I'm also seeing the potter's wheel, which is always nice. When we see the potter's wheel, it means that you are a strong part of collective. You are a strong co-conscious creator. I really like this, El Boogie. It shows now that if you're not happy with what you've made, you can feel free to begin again. Somebody's got their fingers in the pie, though, too. I saw fingers in the pie. That's not good. Somebody was like Little Jack Horner or Little Miss Dumpling, or somebody came along, there was a pie on the windowsill, dip their fingers in there. I don't like that energy. Be careful of people trying to get what's not theirs. Okay, there's a strong warning for that. Protect passwords, protect situations, and avoid pessimism at this time. I saw a downward arrow also just kind of float through and went down. So make sure that you're distancing yourself from negative people for the rest of this year. It's good advice for anybody, but it might be a tough thing where, oh wow, and now we've got it together in the tribe, right? So like people that are the most meaningful to you, the people that you want to share your energy with, the people that you want to share your life with, and the people that that when you give a little bit, they take a mile. This is about protecting you and your family and making sure that you are in correct alignment with helping those that mean the most to you. The Gathering Your Tribe card says don't waste time going off path or trying to go searching for anything new at this time. Okay? When you're gathering your tribe, you want to get them all there. You want to make sure you see their faces and count them. Perhaps what we're seeing is an opportunity where you may be surrounded by family, or you may be traveling to see family for Thanksgiving holiday. You also may be looking at people in your community or friendships and really trimming the fat off. If people don't make time for you, then don't feel like you got to go out of your way to make time for them, right? It simply means this. It also means make sure that if you can sense that somebody is not feeling good, not because of cough due to cold, but if someone's not feeling good because like something's troubling them on the inside, gathering your tribe is all about trying to help the entire tribe understand and help the one who is suffering, the one who needs help. They may ask for it, but they may not, right? But you're going to see it's something might come out as well during your meetings or during your conversation with the people in your life that mean most to you. The Gathering Your Tribe card also says now is the time to secure up your sanctuary, right? You don't want to leave many things that you needed to get done undone. Make sure you're finishing your to-do lists. Make sure you are staying ahead of the game when it comes to responsibilities. It's very important, El Boogie, as well. I feel if you are able to bring forward knowledge to the people that are closest to you, if maybe you see a parent that is struggling with technology, you take a little bit of time and you get to teach them how to fish, eh? You teach them how to do it. Or maybe if you see a loved one, a brother, a sister, or a friend that is really struggling with a breakup or with uncertainty in their family, you may as well, if you want to, extend invitations to other people to get to know them better, right? Some people are forever just happy to know people on the surface, and that's fine for them, but it might drive you batshit crazy, and you're like, well, what's the point of meeting up, of sharing a laugh, if the minute we try to get to know each other on a deeper level, you don't want to do that, right? That can be very frustrating. So you may be adjusting the personality types that you gravitate towards at this time as well. So gather your thoughts, gather your things, okay? Gather up all of your intentions and your plans, and see how it best fits for you and the people that are closest to you. The mastermind of working together with others can take you much further and is much more powerful than trying to accomplish things on your own as well. Okay, El Boogie? So that's what it's saying. Be okay to rely on people that you trust to give you positive affirmations and good ideas in idea sharing. Okay? All right, El Boogie. Thank you so much. Welcome to our tribe. You hit the green button, and I want to extend a great big welcome to our tribe. It's really happy to have you here, and you know that we're going to be able to do lots of readings into the future. And I want to thank you for all that you are, who you are, right? All right. Okay. That's super. Oh, okay, El Boogie. Thanks again. Saruchi, welcome to the program. Sherry Saunders. Well, I could have been. Okay, I'll stop. But I could have been gone. After all. All right. Sherry, is your turn. We got to rotate a new deck in. We can. Nobody's here to tell us that we can't. All right. And we'll do like this. 1, deck 2, deck 3, deck number 4. Should be good. Connie gave this question. Oh, okay. Sherry, thank you so much. It's so super kind of you to pay it forward. All right. But you can go first, okay, Sherry? While you're waiting to pick a deck, I'm going to see what I can see for Sherry. There's a man in a cape. There's like a man, he's like wearing a magician cape. There's someone in your life that really tests your faith. There's somebody in your life that really questions how you see truth. It's almost as if there's somebody there that they always kind of think that if you don't think like them or act like them or validate what they're doing or thinking, then they begin to question your loyalty, and that's not fair. Somebody's acting unfair in a situation. And the cape is a metaphor, like their true intentions, somebody's true intentions or true feelings about you, they either hold back or they misrepresent themselves, Sherry. So that's kind of interesting. I'm seeing a hammock. So a hammock, like one of those beds that you put out in between the trees, and somebody just like swinging back and forth, like very comfortable, very much at peace as well. This looks to be like a man, and there's something to do with there's like an elephant here now. This is crazy. There's an elephant here now, so either you have a spiritual connection with Ganesh, or maybe elephant is your spirit animal. It could indicate that you're burning certain things out of your mind right now, that you're not, you haven't thought about these things in a long time, and you're happy to be over them. But the elephant is kind of like pointing away. It's saying use your creativity, and it's saying have more faith in yourself. Somebody really came along, and I feel big hugs. I feel like somebody came along, Sherry, and really weakened your self-confidence, and really weakened your self-esteem, and really kind of made you question your own abilities and your own power, and your own. And there's a big hug for that. Or somebody is maybe even still doing that. It's saying use creativity, and especially that of visualization, like of painting, like a visual arts, could even be like sculpting. But the elephant is saying take your time, because just because somebody tells you that you can't do it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. It just means they have an opinion of you where they believe that you can't do it. And that should have nothing to do with whether or not you believe you can do it. Does that make sense? All right, hopefully that makes sense. All right. So Sherry, we've got it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which deck would you like? Oh, welcome to Scarlet with the green shield. Good to have you here. Thank you, El Boogie. So nice to have you here. We're just waiting for Sherry to tell us which deck to read from. We already gave her Vision Quest a reading for the day. Welcome to Libra Cusp 23. Good to have you here. Libra Cusp. You feeling alright? I'm not feeling too good myself. Was a little, I shouldn't be giving away all my trivia questions at all. I can spell, I promise. Oh, Sherry of Allah, pick a deck, pick a deck. just having a little bit of fun. Breakdown, shakedown. Scarlett says, I had a breakdown, completely fell into the pit of depression and anxiety. Garrett abandoned me, and I'm in shock and grief, really hurting with crushed grief. Well, I'm going to go full dad here. What do you want to do with your life? What now? What's next? What do you do? You face the greatest disappointment in your life by immediately becoming mindful of the present moment and your ability to conduct your future. You know, it's a hard lesson for some people. I'm still waiting for Sherry to pick a deck. Sherry? Hold on, Scarlett. I see you there. Number 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, someone's finally picked the Bowie Tarot. You're next, Connie. Hey, Connie. You'll be after Sherry. Yours is next, Connie. Oh, Connie of Allah. See, it works from many different levels. Sherry, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these up. Alright, Sherry, I hope that made sense. Something there, I don't know. There's a stuck energy that needs to be cleared of somebody that kind of put a dent in your ability to believe in yourself, I feel. I hope it's not. Let's go to the dark. You guys want to go to the dark? Let's go. Shh. Quiet. It's dark. It's dark in here. This is a really cool tarot deck. I like this. Ace of Swords, beautiful. The Magician, there it was. The Magician. 3 of Wands, and the Princess of Pentacles is here. Okay, very, very cool cards. Very interesting energy here for you, Sherry. Let's begin with the Ace of Swords. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Right? That's what the Ace of Swords is all about. Because the truth cycles to inspiration, and inspiration leads to the understanding of more truth. So it's like a lightning rod in your hand. It's like conductible energy. It's directable energy. So this is nice. So with the truth now at your side about your power, your ability to create, your ability to allow your mind and even your body to go wherever you would like it to conduct your own future, rather than being a product of lowered expectations due to the circumstance that perhaps somebody or collective or society originally had you under a bit of a spell. Okay? It's not saying you're a bad person or you were weak or anything like that. It's like we all fall through that. We fall into those comfort conundrums, right? And so, Sherry, to see the Magician card here again is, I feel a little bit like you want to find out the truth about a person or a situation. You want to be able to see a person clearly, but it's impossible because this person that you're thinking of is like a master of disguise, almost like a shapeshifter. They haven't shown you the true side of themselves, or all they've been presenting, I feel thus far, is an illusion, and they may be hiding a truth from you, but it's going to come out very soon. Okay, it really is. The Three of Wands reverse is kind of saying you might not know exactly the path that you want to take right now. You might have many goals or many ideas about the future, all of which may be very exciting to you in your mind, all of which may be very inspirational to you, but the time has come, tarot is saying, to pick one, to go with the one that feels most liberating and most inspiring. And if it means you have to move past a stuck energy or an old belief of the fact that you can't do it, or you don't have the ways and means, or you don't have the ends, or you don't have the abilities to do this, it's about shutting this down right now. These cards in this reading have all been about self-confidence, to carve a path, to create a way for yourself to like even bring in multiple sources of income, or to begin working for yourself. The Princess of Pentacles is up here with a strong message behind all of this, is saying like the breakthrough that you're waiting for in terms of your entrepreneurship, maybe a business that you want to start, it's unfolding for you right now. But you have to dismiss all of the fear, all of the uncertainty, and all of the times that you may have been told that that could never happen, or that that was impossible. Because in order for things to be possible, some people have to point out that which is impossible. But it's because they want it to be impossible for you, not because it is impossible. And you may have been hearing those messages the wrong way from someone for a long time. It's not because they're evil. It's just because there's a certain amount of ignorance that lives in them when those words arrive out of their mouth and they hit your ears through the more etheric. So overcoming past conditioning is a huge theme on this as well. The Magician here can be supportive as well. And the Magician in your life is being like, you know what? If you stay true to yourself and to your faith, you can be resourceful enough to have like almost like unstoppable or indestructible type abilities. Nobody can like trigger you. Nobody can set you off. Nobody can, construct their feedback in a way that's going to get you feeling down, because you're in a chapter in your life, I feel, where you're rising above. You see the truth of how other people manifest success in their life. You know the difference between a real guru and a fake guru. You know the difference between men and their intentions when they behave this way versus when they behave that way. And it's very much all there as like a play that is playing out before you, so that you can arrive at a new understanding that, yes, I'm better off investing here. I'm better off investing my time there. And I feel comfortable and certain in investing in these actions, even though they may defy what other people are doing or think, or they're non-conformist or whatever they may be. Eventually they can be very successful for you. And the Princess of Pentacles is all about that. So you might be like trying to break out on your own right now, or reach some level of independence, I feel. And there might be somebody there that doesn't want you to go, somebody there that doesn't want you to have that. If it's not a person, it's probably a larger test from Source God, being like, are you able to overcome these fears in order to enjoy the rewards of this life and of your fruitfulness of your actions. And I think you can do it. It would just be nice if we saw this Three of Wands come straight up, because you're not quite there yet, I feel. And it has a lot to do, just because you haven't really kind of picked a path. You've got 3 peaceful, amazing, inspirational ideas, or maybe more. And it's really about now, sticking. And the Libra, we've been talking about it all day. The Libra new moon this weekend coming up is a great idea to reflect on your level of commitment to your goals for a phase of new beginnings, for a phase of new growth. So I really like that for you. But just make sure, if you got naysayers going on, if you got people that aren't telling you the whole truth, that are and kind of maybe even hiding portions, or certain knowledge with you, don't feel like you need to rely on that person for knowledge. There is a great big wide world out there of knowledge, that you can go to other sources, you can go to other places, you can go to other people with the same questions and find out that they're answered in a completely different way, and in a way that may even make more sense to you than your guru or the person in your life that continually tells you the same narrative. All right? Don't be afraid of freedom. Reach out, grab the bull by the horns, kind of thing. All right? Hopefully that made sense for you. Okay. And everybody, did you read the title of the video? There's no list today, so there's no adding, no subtracting. We're here for a bit of a marathon. We're doing spirit readings. We're doing free pick a deck. And for the people that choose not, you can hit me through PayPal or Super Chat if you want to get in right away. But if not, we're doing trivia for turns, if that makes sense. You got to answer a trivia question if you're not sending tribute today. And that's just so that I don't get rushed or try and bang out a ton of readings and then get tired. Because I've been finding that in doing that format, the people that come later in the show, they're not receiving like the same quality. So we're just kind of floating along the sea of id for the next few hours or foreseeable future. And if you have divine timing, a little bit of cultural knowledge, and some patience, we try to get around to everybody eventually. All right? 100%. Okay, yes, God bless Sherry. 100%. You have it, Sherry. I don't know why Ganesh was there in your reading, but Ganesh is definitely there supporting you. And this is about creativity and inspiration. Don't forget it. There's a lot of psychological drama, I feel, around it. But the true essence of the reading is like, get this creativity out. Get this goal or this mission, this beautiful thing that you want to create. It's time to start getting it out. All right. So Connie, Sherry has been so kind to Super Chat on behalf of Connie. So we will take Connie's next. Okay. And Connie, we're staying true to the format. Okay. These are oracle pulls. These are oracle pulls. We've got the Power Oracle. We've got the Oracle of E. What else did we have? We finished that one. We've got the Goddess Oracle. Holy. These are all big decks now. Got to make sure there's room for all of them to fit. And then we have the little Lenormand deck up here. So Connie, it's deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, or deck 4. Okay? We'll just give Connie a minute to pick a deck. I'm going to go ahead and see what I can see for Connie. Connie, you're at the train station too. You're waiting for someone. And I don't know if they're on the train. I don't even know if the train is slowing down here. This feels like a high pressure situation, like something's reached its boiling point, that if you don't receive a confirmation or if you don't hear from this person soon, you're ready to like kind of blow your top or blow up on this situation or give up on the situation. Like a pressure release valve is going to go and like all the energy is like leaving or moving away from the intention. The steam whistle, the whole train, the whole setup, I'm seeing it's all right here. The train has stopped. and I'm not seeing anyone get off. I'm not seeing anyone getting off the train. So what it's saying is, you might be in a situation where you're waiting for something or someone that is just not coming to you. They're just not they're not arriving where you're at. Perhaps you might be thinking of traveling too. You might be getting on an empty train. You might be taking a journey of blind faith. This is all could be symbology of that as well. So, all right. Oh, you had a question? I'm not going to answer it. I can refer to it. What is his feelings or intentions towards me? We talk over the phone, but I've yet to meet in person. But he is cold about meeting us. God bless Sherry. Yeah, so if you listen to what I just said, the story of a train with nobody getting off, right? This person may not have the strength. They may not have the resources. They may not have the fortitude to make the journey towards you in blind faith. They don't feel comfortable doing that yet. Okay? That makes sense easily. All right? But we'll get some cards. I just need to know, Connie, deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, or deck 4. Deck 2. All right. You've chosen the goddesses. That's good. It's good to choose that on the side. And I also feel like this person that's not arriving, there could be like, they may have limitations. Okay? In regards to their physicality. I don't know. I don't really feel like they're disabled, but they may have like, they may be very self-conscious of their attributes. Like maybe they're, they feel like they're too short, too fat, too thin, too tall, too this, to that, to the other thing, right? And it might cause that fear in them being like, if I show my true self, if I show my real self, they may be afraid that this person might be afraid that you're not going to accept them. They might be afraid that you're not going to like them, Connie. Is the goddess Litsi of Revelation. So this person and how you're perceiving this person is a big reveal. Your situation is going to come to a close one way or another. This person that you asked about is either going to back down completely, right? But I don't see them showing up either. And I think that you might be getting the sense, you might be waking up to the fact that, I don't know if this person is catfishing you or this person is just spouting a lot of hot air about their intentions of coming to see you. And then like you say, when you try to plan for it, they turn cold, right? Look at the face that arises in the background, in the shadow of the revelation. I feel as though this person will soon be a part of your past. And I think you recognize this person for what they are and what they are doing. And honestly, I don't feel like this person is coming to see you, coming towards you. And even if you were to tell this person that you were on your way or you were going to come and see them, they may back down. They may run and hide or they may run away. Because the revelation of what they've started and the fact that they would need to follow through on it is going to become exposed one way or the other. And this person, it's almost like they hide a little bit behind their keyboard or behind their telephone, but they are really afraid. And it could be that they are like a real gentle soul. It might not necessarily be that it's all just bad attributes that are causing this person not to come forward at this time. They could also have huge issues with self-confidence or in not believing in themselves enough to be rewarded the gift of a relationship or romance with you, in essence, because it's a big undertaking, let's face it. When we start getting involved with other people, if we're not at a place where we're ready to understand how relationships teach us more about ourselves, then we won't get the relationship. And I feel that that's a position that this person in the background or on the other end of the phone or the other end of the internet is thinking or seeing that right now. So it's showing that this meeting is not really even destined to happen right now. And that's a revelation. You're going to be finding out about this firsthand in the very near future. I would be very surprised if that didn't happen, where, you maybe confronted it, not necessarily with an ultimatum, but with very direct questioning. And you would realize that, he's just not up to the task, up to the priority. Like I said, there's a bit of a deficiency that could be going on there as well. Okay? All right. Thank you, Connie. Thank you so much. And thank you, Sherry, for sponsoring Connie's question. I really appreciate that. Steve S. with the big orange super chat. In faith, says we are here. Thank you for that, Steve. It is with faith that I hope that the channel will be able to be on regularly through the winter months. I might be taking the hardcore subscribers and members on a road trip here. Our tenure at the current sanctuary that we're in is actually up at the end of this week, and I will be on the Gypsy Road once again. So thank you for that super chat, in faith. I really appreciate that. My bald spot really bugs me. Oh my goodness. Connie, yes, love and light, absolutely right. Just be patient, be strong in this situation, and call this person out to find out what their deal is, why they have to remain in the shadows, because they don't. Run for the shadows, run for the shadows. Good stuff. All right, Steve, would you like to play Pick a Deck today? We've got, let's see what comes up in your rotation. Nobody's chosen the Power Oracle since we started. We've got little Lenormands here. We happen to have the Oracle of E up as well. And cycling back in is the Lightworkers Oracle, which is a very fine deck, 100%. All right. Be wise, and everybody vibing in the chat. Thank you for being patient while the super chatters were doing their super chatty thing. We'll be back to trivia for free Pick a Deck very soon. Very soon. Your bald spot bugs me. There is no substitute for youth. We are the youth gone wild. Whoa, whoa. We are the youth gone wild. Who's that? Skid Row, maybe? Be proud of us. Be wise. You went outside with Steve. Saint Stephen with a rose, in and out of the garden he goes. Country bumpkin in the wind or the rain, wherever he goes, the people don't complain. All right. Hi, Mima. Welcome. Good to see you here. It's kind of interesting. Welcome if you're new here. Lamis Musa. Lamis Musa. Hopefully I'm saying that wrong. Good to have you on the program here, Lamis Musa. You have stumbled upon a very interesting place. We are a very benevolent gathering that exists here in the deep dark corners of the Matrix, within the Matrix, known as YouTube channel 99.9. Good vibes all of the time. You'll find us here. All right. Steve S. says, it seems to me that when we really truly love someone, they don't feel the same for us. Only great love will heal our predicaments. Yeah, that is a seemingly astute observation. Right, Scarlett? Right? So, I kind of had this one early this morning. I've stepped away from the whips of the economic masters over the last little bit. And this morning I woke up in a vibration and understanding that the purpose of relationships, other than to make little people, because making little people is the best, and even sometimes making little people without making the little people, that is a real attractive reason to be in a relationship as well. But this sharing of love, vulnerability, understanding, okay, and planning a life together, all relationships in our life, they serve the purpose of showing us ourselves, of teaching us about ourselves, of teaching you about you, of teaching me about me, of teaching Steve about Steve, of teaching Scarlett about Scarlett. So Garrett was never meant to be in Scarlett's life to show her everything, to give her everything, to be her one and all, which is kind of like a misconception of love. Garrett was there as a mirror so that you could understand yourself, right? And it seems true to Steve's point that why does only the real, why does only the true, the perfect love endure? Some people match up in their timelines, in their life paths, where they find that perfect person that reflects themselves back to them in a way where they can readily accept and understand the healing and growth that they need to go through. That's why usually you have twin flame relationships. The first person you fall in love with is not prepared to be the one to reflect your life's purpose back to you from that point, until your 75th wedding anniversary. A lot of people are not on that same page. It's very rare to see that. It happens, and it's beautiful when it does. But it's usually the mature relationship, the person that's already been married a couple times, or that's been in various relationships with different kinds of people, personalities and otherwise, that are ready to accept, to learn more about themselves, and to be a gentle and graceful reflector to their partner about the things that they need to learn about themselves. And this is all a very natural process. We don't think about the fact that this is what's going on, but this is what's going on. And because we don't talk about it, because we don't see it, because we don't consciously embrace it from that point of view, is why we have the tendency to label breakups as failures. We tend to label divorce as a tremendous loss, right? And these sorts of things, when really it's just time for a new season. It's time to learn a new aspect about yourself. It's time to go through the tribulation so that you can increase your awareness about yourself and about other people, because it is the purpose of life to understand who you are from a conscious point of view so that you can improve upon your grace and acceptance for future lifetimes. Because if we weren't here to become more benevolent, become more altruistic, then you're traveling in the wrong direction, Charlie. You're on the downbound train headed for, somewhere else that nobody's going to want to come and hang out there, because it's a poofy pooper noggin party and everybody's feeling real poopy all the time, and nobody wants that, right? So when temperatures rise, or when things flare up in relationships, or when someone retracts their love and says, no more, I'm not going to be there for that person, I'm not going to be vulnerable for that person anymore, it's usually because the lesson has reached a point of examination now, or of a test, a true test of character, of self, right? Where you have to take what you've learned about yourself through that relationship with that other person and see if you understand it. And that other person in that relationship can't do that for you. They really can't. It's all about know thyself, really, at the end of the day. And love is the highest vibration on the entire friggin' universe. So we all kind of stand as close to it as we possibly can before it blows our minds, like Linda Hamilton in the Terminator. We can't stand that close to love, or it goes off like an A-bomb and we get shattered. And then there we are for lifetimes, picking up pieces of our soul, being like, holy shit, what just happened? When really, if you stood at the appropriate distance, if you gave the relationship the appropriate amount of nurture and care and took from it whatever you could without killing it, then it's showing that you're on the right path, you're on the right purpose, you have the right levels of understanding. Okay, so that's good. And lucid dreaming's awesome. That's good, Lamise. I like that. Okay. Right? Well, how does that? Hey, Patty Garrett, that's what I used to call you. They tell me they want me, but I hear they got you and made you a lawman with a badge made of silver. Paid you some money to sell them my blood. Okay, that was really fun and probably unnecessary, but a little little Bon Jovi from Young Guns 2 with the Blaze of Glory soundtrack. Good stuff. We only meet our mirrors. Okay. Steve is a wood dragon. Steve, are you playing Pick a Deck today or no? Because if not, I'm going to move on to Scarlet and then we'll go back to trivia. I'm a wheel watcher. That's it. I'm a wood dragon. Remember Pat Sajak and Vanna White? I'm a wood dragon. I'm a wood dragon. I'm a girl watcher. Then it became I'm a wheel watcher. Because we can't say a lot of things. Absolutely. So I can be like people need. Yeah, people need that. People need a little of that. There's no list today. For those of you inquiring about a list, we're just yeeting energy out there today. We're just throwing it out there and seeing what comes back. And it's the Tower moment. Oh, Tower. The Tarot of the Tarot. The Terrible Twos. Toonie Tuesdays. Taco Tuesdays. Tacos. All right. Don't worry. What? It'll heal. What is it? The first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. All right, we'll just give Steve a minute to see if he wants a deck. They go like this, Steve. 1, 2, deck 3, deck 4. Yes, we are all on our journeys, and thank you for journeying with us, Ocean Lover, and everybody here on 99.9. It's the community homepage, Friends of Nine. If you like free tarot, and I know you do, don't forget to check out Jennifer's Tarot Positive Free. She's online. She's got tarot decks. She's got links to things you might find interesting. And for your animal's health. Healthy spirits equal healthy animals. If you would like to get in touch with your animal's spiritual side, please visit Shannon over at For Your Animal's Health. You can find her on Facebook and at www.calm the heck down. It's For Your Animal's Health. Oh, we got a call coming in on the 3D line. Let's see what's going on. Hello? Hello? No big deal. Must have winged the wrong number. All right. You guys want to talk new moon on Friday? How about this? We'll go to Philosopher's Corner. We'll go deep to Philosophy Corner. Hello? This is fucking deep philosophy. I am your host, fucking deep. 99.9% of the world's water is underwater. That's fucking deep. Alright, that was fucking deep with fucking deep philosophy. Probably a new feature we're gonna have here, a new guest segment. Absolutely. Steve, no number? We're still. Do you even want card today? I'm waiting on you, Steve. And then we're gonna go Scarlet. Then we're gonna get back to the trivia. Okay, Steve said no, triple, double, quadruple. Oh no, quadruple. Oh no. All right, Scarlet. Why don't you go ahead and pick a deck? And be wise. Be wise. I'm watching. I'm a wood dragon. I think I'm a metal snake. I think I'm a metal snake, maybe. Not like white snake. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. little metal snake. That was an awesome tune. That's good stuff. All right, Scarlett, pick a deck. Deck 1, Deck 2, Deck 3, Deck 4. Everybody else, just hold on. We'll do a trivia. We'll do a trivia for the next reading. It'll be good. That's all good. I appreciate you, Steve. Thanks for the super chat. Really cool of you to keep the lights on here at the channel and support in faith our next steps, our next journeys. I'm taking you guys on the road again. Should be fun. Oh, I won't go into the Willie Nelson. I can't get into the Willie Nelson today. For if I do, my mother will say. All right. Scarlett. Scarlett is up next. Scarlett K. And then we'll be opening up the trivia line. Once again, everybody, PayPal lines, Super Chat lines are open. If you would like a pick a deck reading today, we've got oracles, we've got tarot, we've got spirit questing on the. I got my special spirit questing glasses today, so that's good. We could do that. We'll see. Pick a deck, Scarlett. Let's see if the tower comes up. Actually, the tower can't come up. There's no tarot decks on the table right now. It's all oracle and the Lenormand. Hey, Norman. So, riddle me this, everybody. You know, I love dad jokes. Like, they're my favorite. So I want to know, how come when I tell my dad jokes, he doesn't laugh? It's because it's because they're absolutely terrible. All right, Scarlett might have bounced, and that's okay. That's all right. Why don't we open up a trivia line? Steve, do you have a good trivia question, or should I come up with a trivia question? The last one was about Beethoven. Let's see what else we could come up with. We won't ask like anything really weird, like who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1977. That's not the question. Those are the questions we're trying to avoid. Welcome, Dusty Blue. Okay, here we go. This will be another fill in the blank. Okay, the old saying goes like this, and for the person that can type in the answer of the thing that's supposed to be there in the blank, you will win the next reading. Get ready, everybody. Here comes the trivia. Okay, fill in the next letter in the sequence. The sequence goes like this: A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes blank. That's A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes blank. I'd like to buy a vowel, please, Pat. I'm a wood dragon. I'm a wood dragon. Guildenstern and Rosencrantz. That's Hamlet. That's Hamlet. Holy moly! What did I win? They were maybe not Hamlet. Was it not Hamlet? I think those were the Hamlet dudes, or maybe Othello. I can't remember. Why would he abandon me in the woods and with promises of love? It's heart-wrenching. Have to read. Is he not in prison? Isn't he in prison? Hey, Patty Garrett. Isn't he in jail? Didn't he go out in a blaze of glory? I'll be straight with you, Scarlett. That should be a hot tip about the reason why. Yeah, I was calling for you for the longest time, Scarlett. I've been asking you to pick a deck for the last 5 minutes, silly. Get your head in the game. Okay? I'm just giving you a tough time because you need a tough time right now. You need to get over this. You need me to come in and shake you up. Shake, rattle, and roll. But yeah, I've been calling on you for a time now. Go ahead and pick a deck, Scarlett. And whoever had the answer to the trivia question, I'm looking for the next letter in the sequence. A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes blank. LL Cool J is hot as hell. Battle anybody, I don't care who you tell. Welcome, Cool J. Good to have you here. We're freestyling. We're doing things the reader's way today. No lists. If you're patient enough, you got some time today to hang around. You might be clever enough to answer one of our trivia questions and get in here for a free pick-a-deck reading. Yeah, you are very kind, Ocean Lover. Yes, you are. Guildenstern and Rosencrantz. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Shakespeare play. It's very quiet in here. It's very quiet now. Shh. That happens to me every time my boots fall off. Nobody knew the answer to the trivia question, or is my chat super delayed? My chat may be super delayed. Hopefully not. We bring you back to the main studio. Maybe that'll help things out. The trivia question for the next free reading, it's open to anybody. Nobody's got it yet. Ocean Lover just got it. I feel like you are being gentle to let other people get in there. But that's right, Ocean Lover. The answer is why. All right. All right. So you answered the trivia question before Scarlett picked a deck. So Ocean Lover, this is deck 1. This is deck 2, deck 3, and deck 4. And don't forget, everybody, you're getting a free special Vision Quest portion to the readings today. That's why I'm doing it at my speed. I don't want to get burnt out. We're going to be on for quite a while. It's still very early in the day, and I am not... Scarlet K guesses why. That's funny. And sometimes why. I think my chat is a little delayed, everybody, and I do apologize for that. Actually, no, I don't. It's beyond my control. A lot of stuff is beyond my control. I just need to be careful what I say because the chat is delayed. Because I don't want to make promises my butt can't cash. So, Ocean Lover is up next, followed by Scarlet. And while I am... Welcome, Formularia. Welcome. And so while we're waiting for Ocean Lover to pick a deck, I will get going. We got to get this show on the road. I'm going to close my eyes now and see what we can see for Ocean Lover. All right. Okay, there's a merger here. There's two people that came into contact with one another, and they met for a brief time, and it's like they're passing each other. I feel, Ocean Lover, a window is closing on a particular friendship or a relationship that requires an energy boost, or requires more effort to align, to get together on the same page. It's almost like ships passing in the night. I feel like you were confronted something, and now it's a person or a thing, and now it's moving by you. The image that I have was of two triangles that were moving together, and they met like point on point, like, but then something happened, they shifted, and now they're moving beside, like past one another. So maybe you've told somebody to figure their shit out, or somebody told you to figure out something, or that something that you were confronted with, you realized that it just wasn't going to work, or that it just wasn't working. I'm also getting the vision of somebody playing notes on the piano. Okay, they're very talented. They're actually they're very experienced piano player. I don't know what this might mean for you or to you. The piano is very large. It's very big. It's like one of those showcase pianos that you see in like a high-end, home or something like this. Like somebody spent a lot of money on this piano. So sing us a song, you're the piano man. Play us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Okay. So, entertainment. Something big here. Entertain yourself. Get your mind off things. And as well, focusing your energy on creative things, or doing exercises just for the sake of focusing your energy. This might be like doing crossword puzzles. I don't know where this stuff comes from. Or memory exercises. You might be working on increasing your acuity or your acumen. You might be learning new skills in regards to very analytical mental processes. Could be anything from bookkeeping to filing or retrieving files, or something to do with software and computers. I don't know. It just shows that you have a very analytical mind that needs a creative escape every once in a while, and that you are actually working on your focus at present time, ocean lovers. So whatever it is that you're doing, it's saying keep it up. And as well, if you're being serenaded, or if somebody is crushing on you, which I feel that there might, if you don't respond, ocean lover, their crush will soon be over. They will soon move on. So whatever that might be. You might hear news of somebody that's interested in you, or somebody might express a news that they are interested in you, but if you don't respond right away, it's kind of like a short-lived thing. It's interesting. Okay? All right. So, ocean lover, please go ahead and pick a deck. But that was the vision portion of your reading. Scarlet, you're up after Ocean Lover. The third one. All right. The Oracle of E. All right. Let's go. Let's have a look here. That one's been up on the board for a little while. It's very good. We'll see if a triangle comes up, because I was getting vision of they were like two triangles. Like Star Destroyers in the Star Wars movie. They were about to have a head-on collision, and then something happened and they missed each other. All right, ocean lover. For knowing that Y is sometimes the sixth vowel, you have used your sixth sense to receive another reading here. Okay. You got the talk and smack card and the pick up after yourself. Wow. There might be a situation that is really in need of forgiveness or closure in your situation. Perhaps there was what do they call that? An unrequited love, where somebody loved somebody but the other person just didn't feel that way. They didn't love them back, or they didn't they didn't engage with that person, or maybe they friend zoned them or something like that. And there could be somebody in your environment that is very bitter at this time about this situation. They're trying to work out their pain. I don't know that they necessarily swear a lot or get angry or something of that nature, but there is kind of like a bitter or angry energy in one of the people that maybe that you have to deal with. And it's very hard to communicate them. You have to almost, I feel, walk on eggshells sometimes when you try and pick a time and a place to talk to this person. And you've got the card of pick up after yourself, which I don't think you're a messy person, but what this means is residual energies, becoming very aware of the weight of your words. I feel as though, Ocean Lover, you have quite a prominent personality. People generally tend to listen to you. They generally tend to respect what you have to say. So the way that you formulate your words and your expressions are very important. And perhaps you're looking at this maybe in terms of like business techniques about how to generate attention, how to create awareness, how to allow people to feel even more comfortable when they're around you. This card of pick up after yourself is almost, I feel like you need to tell somebody that you're not interested. You need to tell somebody that, you're not going to lead them on, or you're not going to allow them to chase you down a rabbit hole. Or perhaps, because these are general readings, could go vice versa. Perhaps you'll be telling somebody that you can't do that with them, that you're just not interested in them, right? And that sort of thing, and maybe helping somebody move on from the idea of you, or helping somebody move on from, the fact that, okay, just because we've cleared up the situation and we don't feel bitter anymore, doesn't mean that I'm just going to let you back in here and mess up all my energy again. No. You've cleaned up after this situation. You've picked up after yourself and this residual energy in this situation, and you almost like you made a promise to yourself that you weren't going to go there, you weren't going to allow that to happen, but there's still a little bit that you may have to return to make it clear to somebody that you have moved on, or make it clear to somebody that they need to move on in this situation coming up through the Oracle of E. And talking smack, it's it's not the Barry Gibbs talk show. Jive talking. No, it's not like that. If you need to vent, if you need to voice your frustration about situations, go do it. Don't worry if you have to be a filth and foul potty mouth pirate. You can do it. Say some swear words. Maybe make you feel better. Don't hurt anybody's feelings, but and watch your self-talk. Make sure that none of your self-talk is negative at this time. If you have a tendency to be down on yourself, like kind of in the moment, like, fuck me, like, I'm such a dum-dum. Don't do that right now. The energies are very sensitive to that anymore. Be very rational about the fact, like, oh, well, just be able to laugh at the situation itself, being like, nothing trivial can be serious. That's why it's called trivial, or nothing trivial needs to have a level of drama attached to it so that we start perceiving it as being overly serious and then critical of ourselves as a result of that. It's saying the energies do not support that in any way whatsoever, right? All right, cool. All right, Ocean Lover, that's awesome. Good to hear from you today, for teaching me my vowels. Isn't it crazy the way it works? We have Zoom control. Rush 2020. Okay. All right. We'll do an easy trivia after we talk to Scarlett, who also picked deck 3. We'll see if she still wants deck 3 because the Oracle of E is cycled out now. We've got the Power Oracle. We've got the Lenormand deck on tap. We've got the Lightworkers Oracle. And we're back into some tarot decks again. The tarot's coming back around. We have the Mystic Dreamers Tarot here. All right. So Scarlett, deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, or deck 4. I'll leave the choice up to you, Scarlett. You may want to choose again because the decks change after every person. Okay, that's how we're playing today. You gotta play by my rules. Just kidding, I'm a friendly guy. Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm reading tarot cards on the internet 90.9.9. Okay, it's good stuff. I had the personality. It's not an abnormality, it's just a sweet nonconformist personality. And that's the reality. All right. Oh, Jennifer Tarot is live now. Perfect. You guys, go beat down her door. Go kick in her windows. Tell her you want on the list. We're not doing a list here today. We're doing vibes for scribes. Okay, gathering up our tribe, and we're just feeling free here on a Wednesday to do whatever it is that we want. It's a weird, interesting little place, and I'm glad you found us, and I'm glad you enjoy it. We're having trouble. Scarlet and the Mercury retrograde, which actually began today, everybody. Get your earmuffs out. It is Mercury retrograde. It's a little trouble. Scarlet's in deep, and she's having trouble getting on the same page because the chat is delayed. So why don't we go ahead and do another trivia question for a free pick a deck reading. We are doing trivia. That's right. We are doing trivia. All right. So whoever types in the name of the current Attorney General of the United States, if you know the name of the Attorney General of the United States, type it into the chat bar and you will win your free pick a deck reading. I'm looking for the name, first and last, of the Attorney General of the United States. Whoever can answer the trivia question first, that's who's next. Who's next? Baby, who's next? Who? What? Run for the shadows. That's good. Jennifer's Tarot. You see her over here on our friends page. She's right up there. We should do the streaming thing. Yeah. Jennifer's Tarot Positive Free, everybody. She's live and direct, and she is on the air right now. Go see her. Go check her out. Go have some fun. Go see what's going on. All right, Ocean Lover. I hope the reading resonated for you. So glad to have you on the program today. Always a treat when you're here. Thank you so much. No problem. And if you're not knowing anybody in your life that's like that right now, it's interesting. There might be an unrequited love. You might become smitten with somebody that doesn't know you're there, or somebody might become smitten with you that you're not attracted to. It's just kind of what it showed up as. All right. So once again, the trivia question, open to anybody. Please give me the name of the current Attorney General of the United States. Steve S. says, I am a child of God. In God I live, and more and have in my being. So I have no fear, and I am surrounded by the peace of God, and all is well, and I'm not afraid of people. Right? There's no need for the fear. There's too many people perpetrating fear. Don't let it sink into there. I'm not afraid of circumstances. I'm not afraid of sickness, for God is with me, and the peace of God fills my soul, and I have no fear. That's right. That's what this whole thing is. This is what it's all about. Fear came to planet Earth one day, riding a little pony of plague. And when the people saw the fear, they said, we are not afraid, because we live from the inner space. We live from the inner world. We are here but a day, and then we are God, to reside in the bliss of our eternal conscious imagination, which leads us to the eternity in the realms of all bliss and understanding. We're not going to be afraid of your little donkey mask and pony show. This fear will not stand, man. All right. William Barr, that's right. Okay, so it's gonna go Scarlet and then Sushi. Okay. No, there's people playing, but you got it right. Scarlet was on deck, and it's deck 4 for Scarlet, then Sushi. Don't worry, there's no rush in this stuff. Rush Limbaugh, Geddy Lee, there's no rush going on right now. We are from the south side of Mars, and we're twisting and distorting time today because no one's here to tell us that we can't. We hide out in this bright little corner of the Matrix where it's so bright people are too shook to look. All right, Scarlett. All right. I see like a little pinch. What I see is somebody like holding the air in a balloon. You know, like if you blow up a balloon, before you tie the knot in it, you have to like keep it pinched so that none of the air gets out. This is the state I feel like you're in right now. You've blown up a balloon and you're finding it very difficult to tie the knot, or you are at a place where you feel like you just need to let all the air out and let it fly and let the chips fall where they may. Things are in a very kinetic state right now, I want to say. There's a lot of built up or pent up energy within you, and it's not being allowed to come out. You have in essence like pinched it off. And I think it's the pinch is the narrowing of the escape for the air. So you've in essence what's happened is through your expectation, you've pinched off your ability to see the big picture, to allow things to move forward in your life as they were meant to. So you need this level of healing. You need to let all of the air out of this balloon and let it fly and be able to appreciate it almost like through the eyes of a child, right? When we get hurt, when we get knocked on our fannies, when we get set back a peg because that which we were working or planning towards is impossible, it's time for us to shift our focus into things that are more possible. Because usually this has to do with the relationship, right? It has to do with wanting to have things in our life that we have no control over. It provides us with a source of uncertainty and an adventure and mystery, and a certain part of our psychology really thrives on mystery, curiosity, adventure, and not knowing, and a loss of control, which is in essence when you make your heart completely vulnerable to another person. That's what you do. You're like, shape me, bend me any way you want to make me, create me, do what you will with me, kind of thing. I'm here to, in a subservient sort of way, to be your pot at the potter's wheel. But when this potter decides to stand up and leaves you feeling like a lump of clay that, was never shown anything, it's time for you to recreate yourself. It's time for you to let out all of the hot air that's kept you bound and bundled up. You need to have just a final release of emotion and get over this situation that you're facing right now. But part of you likes that fact. Look at that. Here, let's move over. Let's move over to our other studio here so we can get it on. We got the Devil card reverse, which is Liberty. You know now, nobody's trying to hide anything for you. The situation has become completely exposed. Okay? As soon as you let this go, there is new love that's coming for you, Scarlet. There's absolutely. You got the Ace of Cups reversed here. Now it's reversed. There's new love in your tarot today. But it's not ready to make itself known to you, right? This here, it's like, yeah, you feel cheated, you feel wrong, but you're not beholden to this person. The only thing that binds you to Garrett right now is you, okay? And your, I want to say, like, suffering, your misery, okay? That's what binds you to him right now. If you can tell yourself that you are wasting time through crying over spilled milk, through suffering the loss of an expectation, which was really a long shot to begin with, Seven of Swords reversed, there was a really, like, the fact of the matter is that when you put yourself in bad situations or surround yourself with negative energy, bad things happen. But the situation that you expose yourself to with Garrett and through your relationship It's teaching you that. It's taught you that. There's something that you are meant to understand more about the nature of your spirit and what you actually deserve in this lifetime, rather than just giving up all of your emotional power to a lover. That's not how healthy relationships work. And I think that that's teaching you that, in that you would forever be disappointed and would never come to a sense of the fullness of your happiness and your own ability to feel and express love at its highest potential within you, until you understood that you play the role of both the protected and the protector. Okay, you play the role of both the beloved and the loving one. Okay, it's not just all one-sided, one way or the other. Once you get over your pain, misery, and suffering about this person, you're going to realize just how free and liberated you actually are. Perhaps it's like it comes from a deep part of your psychology to want to belong to someone, to be someone's everything, right? But when you want to be someone's everything and they treat you like nothing, the reason they treat you nothing is because you've opened yourself up and told them that you would be their everything. So if they choose nothing, then you as the everything become their nothing, and you've given yourself no choice in the relationship. You can't do this. The healthy relationships do not work on this situation. They work on permeable boundaries. This is my boundaries, but I'm going to let you in. But if you define the nature of the pervasiveness of this boundary, then we need to have a conversation. We need to start from the start and start from the beginning. There is new love in your cards here, Scarlett. As soon as you get over this guy, as soon as you get mad enough or fed up enough about what happened and tell yourself that you don't deserve the amount of suffering that you're doing to yourself, boom. Ace of Cups is right there. You'll meet somebody. You'll meet a man who is probably not a criminal. You'll meet a man who is more than willing to meet you halfway. Somebody that finds you interesting and is willing to give you the attention and validation that you desperately seek, and that'll be good as long as you stand in the face of it, saying, "I'm not going to give this guy all that power. I'm going to treat him. I'm going to meet him at the gate. I'm going to meet them halfway. I have to represent a fullness, an entire body of love before I can meet somebody who's not going to throw me out like yesterday's news, who's not going to treat me like nothing, or that I don't exist," right? Because you have stood up in a certain amount of self-respect for yourself. This is the attractive quality that brings about the new and the more healthy love for yourself. Okay, Scarlett? I don't mean to be such a meanie about this situation, but misery loves company, right? And if you feel like you need to spend more time in misery and heartache, by all means, spend some time there. But the new, all the good stuff that's waiting to come your way in your life, it can't do that until you've gotten rid of and being able to forgive yourself from the mistakes that you made in the past and treating that relationship for the mistake that it was. You can't get blood from a stone. You really can't. So you have to say, all right, well, this happened. That was silly of me. I forgive myself for making those choices and for putting myself through such suffering and pain and misery. I'll be damned if I'm ever going to do it again. All right, Source, show me who's next. Show me what's next. Okay? Scarlett? Big ups to Scarlett, everybody. She needs a hug today. It's 99.9 good vibes all the time. We wish Scarlett the best in her healing process after that horrible situation with Garrett. All right. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. That's absolutely good stuff. All right. So I don't know how many people are in the chat room. I saw Dusty. I see Formularia. I saw Christina's here now. June Flower. Big welcome, Mima, and to everybody. Really wonderful to have you all here today. All right, I guess I need to think of a new trivia question, don't I? All right. Let's think. Okay, fill in the blank. I'm going to give you the name of a band. Okay, I'm going to give you the name of a band. And you have to fill in. It's another fill in the blank trivia, okay? And the first person to fill in the blank and type it in the chat wins the next free reading. All right? I'm well, thank you. Polaroid picture, Christina. Shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Absolutely. All right. The band is this, okay? Fill in the blank for trivia. A Tribe Called Blank. This is the name of a band. A Tribe Called Blank. And for those of you that know it, type it into the chat room. Earn yourself a free Pick-a-Deck reading at Piccadilly Circus. All right. We're picking up the pieces. We're picking up the pieces, right? Scarlet, it's like, how did that jam go? Owner of a lonely heart, much better than a loner of a lonely heart. Right? Don't worry. Trade it in. Trade your lonely heart in and get a vibrant, boosting, bumping heart. The kind that says, I'm single, I'm ready to mingle, don't fuck with me or I will eat you alive. And I love everybody. Now give me some candy. It's Halloween. Now give me some candy. All right. I don't know who writes this. Who writes this stuff? And remember, there was peas porridge hot, there was peas porridge cold, there was also peas porridge in the pot. I don't know how many days old it was. That maybe will be the next trivia question. Thanks, Mima. So true. Scarlet needs hugs. All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy, when I'm yours indeed. There's no loving there, give me like a muffin and here we go again, and really something. Good loving, good big ups to Scarlet and all that loving in the chat room. I'm going to make an album of incessant weird singing. K-Tel presents Ramblings of an Insane Tarot Reader, sung to the various beats of Yanni. Special cameo appearance by Weird Al Yankovic. Absolutely. Yeah, right? You gotta hold that one in. For till you get the proposal. That's something you just don't throw out there in a love letter to Alcatraz, you know. So that's okay. It's okay. I don't mean to. I got to be a little hard on you here, because you don't learn anything unless somebody puts the boots to the boards. That's right, Mima. Quest was the answer we were looking for. Quest, Quest. Mr. Double, or how did it go? Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, I said you gotta put me on. Bonita. Mima. Good for knowing Tribe Called Quest. The low end theory. Good stuff. So Mima, I'll get the decks back up here and we'll get to picking. Power Oracle's on the table. Little Lenormand's on the table. Norman. Good one for Norman. Okay. Lightworkers Oracle. And these aren't very well centered. They're big decks. That's all right. Walk around with that big deck energy. All right. So this is the way it goes, Mima. Deck 1, Deck 2, Deck 3, or Deck 4. And while Mima is considering her deck, I'm going to close my eyes. I got my special vision questing glasses on today, so I'm going to close my eyes and see what's going on for Mima. You're welcome, Scarlet. Ooh. Mima, I'm seeing a star, and one of the points on the star is like highlighted. It's almost as though you might be feeling a little bit faded right now, or a little bit like you are in the throes of destiny, or in the decision-making block of some higher things for destiny right now, which is kind of weird to see a star here. It's almost like one of those spin the wheel, round and round it goes, where it stops nobody knows kind of thing. You may be actually in a time where you're very lucky right now, and it may be showing that it's time to take a chance on someone, something, or on a particular new direction. Okay, that's the point of the star that is glowing there. All right. As well, I see a very passionate individual. This is a passionate individual that is really immersed in taking care of themselves, in self-love. So if this is you, I want to give you a big pat on the back. I want to say a big congratulations, because it's very beautiful the way that you are able to relax into the energies and vibrations at times and really treat mind, body, and spirit. You take a good break from the rat race, from the nitty gritty of everyday life, and you do take good care of yourself, and spirit is saying that's excellent. Please keep that up. I'm also now seeing a sunset in a tropical location, a very nice sunset. This could be a metaphor in being like, there's no need to change anything right now. Now, I know the star said that you can be focused on a new direction, or a new direction is highlighted, but the sunset is saying there's no need to act on it. You can recognize it, you can plan it for your future, but you're not at risk of missing the boat or missing the opportunity. It's going to remain there, or something is going to be there waiting for you, and you don't need to rush it. Okay? All right, Mima, that's what I picked up for you through the vision questing portion. So now we're just waiting for Mima to pick a deck, and we'll get going. Again, Mima, that's deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, deck 4. All right. All right, a little Lenormand loving going on. Mima, very excellent choice. Good to tap into the Lenormand every once in a while. Keeps them visions rolling, keeps those pictures going. Very nice that you've joined the program today, and thank you for answering the trivia question correct. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. All right. All right. Hey, Mima. Glad to meet you. All right, Mima. Let's see what we got going on here. We've got a reversal on the lilies. Okay. We've got the little mousies in there. We got take a chance. Take a chance on me. Ooh. Mr. Lava. Who's that? Shaggy. Mr. Lava. Really cool to see Fabio there at the end of the reading. All right, Mima. Now, the reversal on the lilies. Communication might be cut off right now between you and someone as well. You might be done listening to someone else's rhetoric or sob stories. This is a consideration again, as well as I think you've been through some lessons in life where people might have taken advantage of you in the past, and it has put you in this really difficult spot where it feels risky to trust new people. It feels risky maybe to let Mr. Lava into your life, because the old Lava, the one that couldn't truly talk to you about their feelings, the one that truly wouldn't reciprocate in communication and in emotional sharing, they were eating away at your heart. They were eating away at your mindset. But you put a stop to all that, I feel, or something occurred where you guys went your separate ways, and it was actually a blessing for you, because I feel like someone was taking advantage of you. And it's about being able to listen to the tone behind the message, all right? Somebody could be telling you, hey, baby, everything's all right. Or, hey, I love you to the hills and back. But what they're actually doing, didn't support that, and you became wise to this type of behavior, especially, as a beautiful woman, when people come in and maybe they only had one thing on their mind, maybe they only were interested in themselves, and the people in their lives were like players on their stage, and they didn't respect the outcomes of communion, conversation, relationships, and words for both people involved. They were only concerned about themselves. There is a possibility that somebody could be in regret about the relationship going the wrong way and that they wish you were still there. But I get a sense like this is more of like you being able to take a risk, to take a chance on love again, and then it would be fulfilled. You would have another lover come your way if you were ready to roll the dice. It doesn't mean that it would happen right away, but it means that if you played the game, if you rolled the dice some more, eventually it would come up sevens. It would come up as a winning number for you. It would come up as success in relationships. But from the vision portion of the reading where we saw the star taking you in a new direction, this is like kind of about loving again, about loving in a new direction, and about loving new people and in new ways. And it could be very successful for you. But you don't need to do this right away. It's not as though it is at the foremost. You're still in a bit of recovery mode, like making sure that, you're protecting your heart at the same time as exposing it. You're going to protect it. You're going to play things a little bit more safely now. You're not going to put all your eggs in one basket. You're not going to put all your chips on one number. You're going to say, all right, I'm going to spread things around here a little bit and see who is most naturally compatible with me, who is most understanding and ready for a relationship, rather than picking the person that just shows the most interest, or picking the person that makes you feel right now, right? So in seeing this, it's always a bit of a gamble, and the right one doesn't turn up the first time all the time. But Source is saying through these cards and through this message with the star and the sun that I seen, it's like you're divinely protected regardless. So feel free. Feel the freedom and the liberty to play this game, to meet more people, to start new conversations. The right one is eventually going to trickle down for you, and have a little fun along the way, right? Hey, baby, let's go to Vegas. Well, you don't have to go to Las Vegas. You don't have to go gamble all your money away, but have a little bit of fun. Our situations, while we're healing them, they also give us some very good time for ourselves to, like I said in that vision, how you treat yourself, how you take time for yourself. That's acknowledged. That's very beautiful, and it's a very good thing. So keep that up, but don't get trapped to the point where you never want to step up to the plate again and take another swing or take another throw of the dice. It's a very good process of self-love that you're learning that's going to keep you protected and very loving. And all in the meantime, it's up to you. Whenever you want to step to the plate to throw the dice, you can do that. But if you decide you want to miss your turn, you want to sit this one out, you can go back to self-love, and it will always be enough. And in fact, it will continue to grow your aura, to brighten your etheric field, to make your energy super attractive, so that, Mr. Lova, eventually one day when the number comes out right, when the timing is right, is there for you. So, you're very balanced, and these cards are very nice, and new love could easily be on its way for you, but it's up to you to play the game. That's what they're saying. All right? I don't know if it's selfish, but it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to take care of your needs. All right? Okay. All right. It is 99.9. Good vibes all the time. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the show today. I guess we'll come up with another trivia question to see what's up next. Who's up next? Okay. All right. Where should we take it to trivia this time? Where should we take it to trivia? Okay. Okay. Fill in the blank. a very famous book that was written, a children's book. I can't remember the author. I think it was C.S. Lewis. Yeah, I think it was C.S. Lewis. Don't quote me on that. But it's a famous book. You'll recognize this sequence. Whoever can fill in the blank is going to receive the next pick a deck reading. Fill in the blank. The lion, the witch, and the blank. Hey, Dusty Blue. Good to see you here today. Hang in there, Sushi. No doubt you will do well with the test in January. You got more tests? Your tests are never ending. What I'm going to do is when Saruchi finally achieves her dream and gets her test results back, and once they're confirmed, I'm going to probably spend like 35 hours going back through old live streams and collecting bits and pieces of Saruchi's readings so that once they're there and once she comes back with the good news that everything has worked out fine, I'm going to play every single reading I've ever done for her to show her that it works. It absolutely works. You got to trust in yourself. Absolutely. Sorry if I'm right. Forgive me if I'm right, as they say. Mima, thanks so much. I hope the reading resonated for you. Thanks for being on the program. Sugar, mana, mana, ma, honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and it's got me wanting you. Okay, it's good. Can't believe Crafty was here today. Good old Bob. Crafty Energy's calling in from across the pond. It was good to see him here today. All right. We're just going to give, again, trivia question. The lion, the witch, and the blank. Fill in the blank for your chance at the reading. Hey, Mima, I appreciate you for receiving the reading. You see how it works, don't you? The train moves, not the station. A wardrobe. That's the answer we were looking for. Sushi has come in with the winning word of this wacky Wednesday wickerdoodle wannabe Wichita war room. Winning while being wily. It's worthwhile, everybody. Anyways, this portion of the program brought to you by the letter W. Sushi, let's see which deck you will pick. We're doing pick a deck. I need to make a song. Pick a deck, pick, pick. With that big deck lifting energy. I am your host, Poofy Pooper Noggin. Happy to be with you here on a Wednesday. It's 99.9. Good vibes all the time. Alright. Well, the native spirits are back in the rotation. So, Saruchi, deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, deck 4. We'll give Saruchi a moment. Yeah. It's here within your heart. Okay, Scarlet, for the next few weeks, few days or whatever, your lover lives right inside of you. Okay? All that love that you have and all that respect you have for yourself, you got to reveal it to heal it. And now that we've revealed it, know that you are enough. You deserve love, and you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to love another. It doesn't have to be any joker, No joker. Make it real. Don't make it pen pals. Don't make it internet buddies. Make it real. Make it coffee shop real. Put on your best, your most, I'm kicking ass clothes, and you go out and Men will be falling down all over you. I guarantee it, Scarlet. At the moment you come out of suffering about this idea, men are going to be falling all over you. The Ace of Cups is there. What is it? Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. Ooh, made heaven a place on earth. Thanks, Steph. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. It is a good time around here. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for you guys. Thank you for all being so open and amazing. We're just going to give Sushi a minute to pick her deck. I'm going to go ahead, Sushi, and close my eyes. I got my Spirit Questing glasses on. Right? What is it? So I went into the locker room during classes. Went into your locker and I smashed your glasses. You thug man killers are from Manhattan. You jealous on me because your girlfriend is catting. Just kidding. Just not really kidding. The Beastie Boys have the Gold Cold kicking it live. I'm going to close my eyes now, Saruchi. Deep breath in. See what I can see. Ooh, I see a mailbox. And it's got the flag up. Don't forget to vote. I think you might be sending out a letter. You might be receiving a letter. This could be your acceptance letter. This could be more applications going out. Okay? The mailbox is here and it's waiting for the mailman to come and pick up the letter. Ooh, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Alright, so what else do we got here? I'm seeing a garden path that leads around the left side of a house. This is a path to new discovery. This is also a path to more responsibility. We often talk, Saruchi, about how you're on the path of success. Right now it feels that certain blocks of time are occurring where you don't feel committed or dedicated maybe to your highest potential in success, but that's not true. It's merely an illusion. It's merely because you're not being allowed to see what the future is. As a result, you put more emphasis on and a critical way of thinking about what you're doing now. So returning to the balance of fun and playfulness is key for you right now. If you don't like the way things are where you're at, change them, either subtly or grossly. Like, either make the small changes that you can right now, or make a commitment to yourself that you're going to enjoy a larger portion of these blocks of time where it's impossible for you to be completely proactive towards your goal. So instead of fretting about that, it's saying find that balance of being able to shut that switch off and go have some fun, right? Girls just want to have fun. It's true. So whatever fun is for you, whatever you can do to increase a level of enjoyment and entertainment in your life right now, take a break to just, completely relax. All right? Don't fill your brain up with like scary movies at Halloween time unless you really love that, but truly find something that you can do that brings you happiness that isn't attached to the foremost goal of your career success. Okay, because that's going to, if you can't show the universe, a source, that you have balance, it's going to be harder and harder to get there. All right. So this garden path is kind of what I'm seeing first and foremost there for you, Saruchi. Just quickly see if there's anything else. Cooking. I see like a measuring cup, like somebody baking bread, somebody like making buns or making pizza, or they're rolling out the dough and they're measuring out the ingredients and stuff like this, right? You just need a little dab will do ya, a little bit of butter, a little pinch of salt, and really like staying focused, like baking a friggin' cake here, whatever's going on. And these are good ways, these are signs of good things that you can do, because every ingredient, the right amount, goes into the recipe in order for it to turn out just perfect. It's like that as well while you're waiting for the future to occur and you're working towards something. We know that the main ingredient in bread is flour, but we can't forget to put in a pinch of salt or a dash of cinnamon or whatever it is, to put our taste on it, to put our signature on it, so that eventually when we're successful, we can look back and do we want to say like, God, it was a journey through hell to get here? Or when we look back, we're going to say, you know what? I had a fun, balanced, amazing, awesome time on my way here. And that's going to allow you to accept your success when it does arrive, right? Rather than unconsciously or subconsciously revolting against it. All right, Suruchi, that's what I got through the vision portion of your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into deck number 2. You have chosen the Lightworker's Oracle, which is snazzy. That's just straight up jazzy by me. Just wonderful. Good to have you here. All right. All right, Suruchi Sushi. We should give you a spot on the network page. Suruchi is Superfly Sushi. Sushi, holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Dang, Dingle. Card 44, the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony, right? Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth, okay? You might have heard this before, Suruchi. Wherever you go, that's where you are, right? So take a look around right now. What do you got with? What do you got with you? What do you have that's worth fighting for? What do you have that's worth conquering everything in your pathway? It's like, what is the objective here? If you want money, you can have money. If you want fame, you can have fame. If you want love, you can have love. If you want glory, you can have glory. You can have everything that you set your mind to. Okay? There's nothing after that. That's just the way it is. It's just the nature of this consciousness, of your mind. And your mind is focused, and that's good. And for this lifetime, maybe that's what you decided that you wanted it to be. You wanted to live a life where you set a goal for yourself, and come hell or high water, you accomplish that goal. When we see the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony, what we're talking about is the life process itself. You see the 3 people there, right? Like, just bent over, ready to get railed, and then this person here is like taking a deep dive of faith, and this person is standing up in the victory of themselves. So this is like the birth, death, and rebirth process, reincarnation, and rejuvenation, and inspiration of the life process that permeates over into our spiritual and our higher selves, okay? Your higher self is with you, but it's not driving you right now. It is almost as if you're perceiving it as being outside yourself. Your higher self and the center of your faith always exist within you, but sometimes it's a procession that it's something that we have to go out and get. It's something that we have to go out and actively try to align ourselves with, or make a good impression upon our higher selves, or in essence, right, the fear everybody lives under of doing the right thing, for fear of going to the or Tartarus or wherever. This is about the life process, and this is about having the victory over in your lifetime. So the fullness of your life, those questions I asked you at the beginning, like, what are you fighting for? Why are you doing all of this, right? These are questions that you may have surface level answers to it, right? Well, to be successful. Well, why do you want to be successful? To be happy. Why? Because we can't take all of this material success with us when we go from one lifetime to another. But what we can take is the happiness and the bliss and the environmental warmth that we've created through living a lifetime where we accomplish the goals that we set out for ourselves in this lifetime. So your career path, I feel, is a major portion of it, but it's not going to be the entire portion of it. So again, you're going, like I said, you can have whatever you want. If this job, this dream job, this dream career, and these accomplishments of acumen, of degrees, and university certificates and college degrees, that is solely what you want, but it is not solely what you want. Okay, you're gonna have these things, and then you're gonna be at a moment, well, okay, now where's the end? It's almost asking you, like, what is the goal? Will you use your career path to be financially independent so that you can do what? Go to Great Wall of China, go to Taj Mahal, go to Grand Canyon, have a holiday weekend in a Winnebago on a road trip real far away? Do you want to see the Eiffel Tower? Are these goals that you are putting all your emphasis on, are they the end, or are they simply the means to the end, right? Because when those things get confused, when the means feel like the end kind of shrivels up and dries up, and then we're forced to make another decision about what we want to do with our life. But if we have a clear focus on what the end result is, the process of going through the exams, of getting the job, and doing the service work back to the people, it becomes more entertaining. It becomes more of a play, right? Who was it that said, like, I am a stage, we are a stage, and the world is merely players, right? And this sort of thing. It allows you to have fun. It allows you to have wiggle room. It allows you to diverge and then converge back at times in positions of your choosing, okay? It's about seeing the goal beyond the goal. It's the seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. Ritual order, when you think about it, of like the ritual of life and the order of life, okay? The ceremonious act of living, right, is a proclamation unto spirit in itself. I am alive. I will live. I will live for a better understanding and more clarity about my isness, about my bliss, whatever it might be, whatever your higher self is saying to you. You're going to be victorious in these situations that lead to this, okay? But remember to keep your head up to the ends, just not the means, and do not confuse the means with the ends. Okay, Sushi? All right. It's a beautiful card to have up there out of the Lightworkers Oracle. I really like it. I really do. All right. Scarlett says, can you speak more on the psychology of needing to be everything? How to recover from that subservient desperation to give away the heart and the power? Well, you're probably just very strongly aligned to like an idea about the divine feminine that used to exist in the age of Pisces. We are now in the age of Aquarius. It is the dawning of a new day. You know, for those of you that have been following the channel, this is like season 4. We are the children. We are the newest in the new age here. Things are not occurring in the age of Aquarius the way they used to in the age of Pisces. And people like parents and grandparents and people that kind of gave you your understanding about love, about how to connect with the divine feminine, about what being a woman was all about, engaging in your higher aspects of your divine femininity. Those things have gone through subtle changes as we proceeded through the end of the age of Pisces and into the age of Aquarius. Now in the age of Aquarius, we are learning that, we have no more glass ceiling of what we're capable of in regards to feeling the vibration of love. We used to think it could only happen, if we were like having an orgasm, or if somebody bought us a dozen roses, or after a night of hot loving and all of those good chemicals were going on our brain. We associated that, to those old stereotypes, of the warrior man that goes out and fights for things on a hero's journey just for the queen to return back to the queen. And we put the divine masculine, or our partners, we used to anyways, up on this pedestal. We thought that I want to worship this person, and I want this person to acknowledge my offerings and tend to me personally. It's a very ancient psychology. It even comes from the time of ancient Greece, where the gods would disguise themselves human beings and even as animals, to be close to the maidens of the earth, to love them, right? But now this is the age of Aquarius, where it's like we are heeding the advice of being the one, being the person, the amulet, the beacon, the talisman of love. Through self-love we begin to glow, and then we attract people to us that want to glow or radiate with us, and we create bigger light, we create bigger warmth. We don't do these things to satisfy a niche role in a relationship that gives us purpose and that gives our heart comfort. Our hearts already have comfort, and we are meant to already have purpose, and then the relationships comes by, like we were talking about earlier, as that reflector, being like, two became one, and so on and so on. It's a mastermind. It's bigger, it's better than it ever has been. And you will journey with people through the ages of men, through from one lifetime to another, and little hookups always occur. People always grow together, and then they grow apart, and then they grow together again. But this lifetime is about picking up the pieces of your soul, putting them back together as one solid gem, and allowing that gem to shine brightly. When somebody else shines their light on it, they like how it reflects back, right? And that sort of thing. So it's not necessarily as psychological anymore about, what works, what doesn't in relationships. This is about honoring yourself enough to be comfortable being a whole person. What you're speaking of, Scott, is like looking for your other half. When people say, I'm looking for my other half, well, that implies that you're only half a person, and you're looking for somebody that is also only half a person. That is setting yourself up for more like twin flame relationships, where they're bound to end in fiery, glorious destruction and heartbreak, rather than saying, I'm a whole person. I'm a confident whole person, and I'm looking for another confident and whole person. And when that happens, I don't give a shit what they do, and they better not be in my business too heavily, because it's a mutual respect, love, understanding, trust, and loyalty to the betterment of one another than it is about filling the role. And it comes up funny, like during the transition, like the whole the dominance, like what is a BDSM lifestyle. Like this is all about these old archetypes of how love has fallen away, and it just kind of like went out with like a dying creek of like lust and subservience and vulnerability, and then that gets people's, it's no judgment, that gets some people's minds off, but it all depends on the level of goodness you want in your life, the level of happiness that you wish to attain. It's like Amazon Prime Day. Happy Amazon Prime Day, everybody. You know what Amazon Prime Day is? It's like a metaphor for our life. Get all excited only to be disappointed and accept what we were given. We don't want that shit. We don't believe the hype that something great can transform us that comes from outside of ourselves. It doesn't happen that way anymore. We have to be the great transformation from within, so that we attract the things that we can enjoy into our life. We stop seeking and we become the seek, the sucked, the seeked, the seek. Not the chic, the seek, the seeker. All right, Sergi, I'm glad that resonated for you. And there you go, just a little bit more for our friend Scarlett K, who's going through some rough times. All right. Albert Einstein's School of Medicine was tough for her, but pulled through with some ups and downs. You will shine through too. Absolutely. All right. So I guess I need to think of another trivia question for the people waiting for a free Pick a Deck readings. Let's think of what we can do. All right. Looking for a song lyric here. The first person to fill in the blank will win the next free reading. It goes a little something like this. Welcome, Sophie. Okay, get ready. Here it comes. Jeremiah was a blank. Okay? That's the next blank I want you to fill in. It goes, Jeremiah was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. All right? Jeremiah was a blank. And if you can fill in the blank, you have won the next free reading here on 99.9 Good Vibes all the time. Dusty Blue is a warm ray of light, and so are you, Saruchi. 100%. Sophie, where are you calling us from today? Let's get the deck set back up. The winner of this trivia will have their chance to choose between Native Spirit, the Power Oracle, which has not been dethroned as of yet from the options, the David Bowie Tarot, and lucky, this will be a good one to get because the Illuminati Tarot has rotated back in to the pick a decks, which is nice. This is very nice. All right. Get your sexy on. You are a ray of light. 100%. Keep shining bright, you ray of light. So again, nobody's got it yet. Jeremiah was a blank. What's the word I'm looking for here? Once again, the PayPal lines and the Super Chat lines are open today. I just have to answer this call coming in on the 3D hotline. There we go. Simple little text. Back to my eating regime. Them good old eating regimes. That's a new word. Let's get that one into Webster's. It's like a regiment, but it's also a regimeel. Eating regiment is now a regimeel. Having my regular muse. I am amused. This is amusing. You may be my muse. I like music. All right, word association. Jeremiah was a blank. You guys, that should come up in your keyword search for anybody that likes to cheat. All right, we've got a correct answer on the board. That's right, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. Okay. Right. I'd throw away the cars and the bars and wars and make sweet love to you. That's right, it's Dusty Blue. Welcome, Dusty Blue. Good to have you on the program. Dusty Blue, it goes a little something like this. This is deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, deck 4. And while you're choosing, I'm going to close my eyes. I got my vision questing glasses on. We're going to go ahead and see what we can see for Dusty Blue. Speaking of frogs, I had a bullfrog in my throat. Show us Dusty Blue. I'm getting one of them speech bubbles, like you saw in the old cartoons, like those thought bubbles that come up from the character, so like the reader could see what the character was thinking, but they weren't speaking it, like in a very animated way. This also could be like the little bubbles that come across the iPhone or the smartphone. You might be waiting for someone to respond to a text, or somebody might be waiting to hear back from you in a response on a text message. Check your old text messages, seeing if there's maybe accidentally you left somebody hanging out there in returns to an answer, or maybe you're dealing with a situation where someone has left you hanging in not responding to your text, not responding to your offers. Okay. But again, this as well has to do with kind of wearing your heart on your sleeve. Intuitive people really gravitate towards you, I feel, Dusty Blue, because you have a very vibrant and very readable style of energy. People are able to recognize the good in you. People are able to recognize the benevolence in you just from seeing you, just from experiencing like the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you carry yourself in everyday life. And so I like that. Now, when I see this speech bubble again, this has a lot to do with the sharing of ideas and collaborating at this time. It might be a good idea to take what you've been thinking about and tell somebody about it. See if they can offer insight, advice, validation, or something, so that an idea that is shared is an idea that is nurtured, an idea that is kept under wraps and not, kind of fiddled with and manipulated and toyed with only in the mind. Never comes to a point of manifestation. It's only when that is shared that it can begin to grow. Okay? So we got a thought bubble up. Let's see what else we can get for Dusty through the vision questing portion. I see a high-rise apartment. I see a window with the light on. Okay? And I see this as being like solid. I see this as being like almost like a fortress. It's showing up as like a city skyrise, like a city building, but it's built very well. There's like safety and security. I don't think that I don't know if you're having any issues with safety and security right now. Hopefully that you're not. But it might be something to do with it may be time to analyze your location. I thought we talked back a long time ago about the potential for moving on or moving forward or going to new areas. It seems as though that is like you might have taken ideas about doing that and putting them on the back burner. So keep your living space fresh and comfortable. If you feel like, life is getting tired or too routine, too tedious, too mundane, or too redundant, make sure you're addressing it through your relaxations and in your abilities to cope with that, or that you are actively taking the steps of implementing plans about how to shake things up a little bit, how to shake these energies up. It's not that they're stagnant, it's just that they're very, very comfortable and that they're very, very established. And if that's what you like, then that's great. But make sure that you can rest into that and that you don't find yourself fighting against that level of redundancy in something that used to be wonderful turning into more of a chore. You used to enjoy that walk down to the supermarket, but you've been doing it for so long now, it feels like just mundane and more like a chore, and there's no pep in your step, and there's no beautiful scenery, or nothing has changed to really captivate your mind or inspire you or change your intention. It may be time to walk in new directions. Okay? All right. Dusty Blue, straight to the heart of the matter, deck number 3. We knew it wouldn't be here long. The Illuminati Tarot was chosen. So that's good. We'll go ahead and do that right now. So that was the vision questing portion of your reading, Dusty Blue. Let's go ahead and get some cards out for you. Okay, Dusty, we got them shuffled up. We got them ready to go. Thanks so much for your patience, everybody. Thanks so much for coming in for a free reading today. Here, let's switch this over. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go. All right. There's a Judgment card reversed. There's the World card reversed. This is the Magician reversed. Major Arcana and Mirrored Energies. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it's clear to me that you might be looking for a breakthrough right now, Dusty Blue. You might be looking at some sort of way to transition into the next bigger chapter of your life. I don't know if this is in regards to like maybe an early retirement or considerations about how you could move forward in a new dynamic way so that you could really shake things up. Shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. All right. So this is good. Judgment reversed. This is very sensible to me. It's hard to move in a time where there's so much uncertainty. Right now with society, the social and the political nightmares that are occurring all around us, you've been very good to shelter yourself from this, but it has affected sort of populations and society as a whole, and I feel like you may have a personality type within you that likes to be certain of the environment before you move in it, you know, much like an animal that's in camouflage or, you know, somebody that is more willing to take a chance or to take a risk for their future when they feel that it's safe, that they feel like they've hedged their bets or they feel like there's something to fall back on there. And this may be what you're working on at present time. But right now, as a result of what's happened, you know, in your environment and probably to a degree, depending on how much you let it in, is a little bit of the mind about how big the world is or how small the world is right now. Okay, fixed energy. We talked about it in that building, in that city skyscraper, in that what seems to be so, you know, like unmoving, like everything is in transition. When we think things are solid and stationary, we truly know that they are not. And I feel as though you're at a point here where it's like you've received some sort of higher calling. You've received some sort of news or information about opportunity or about changing directions in life that you might have waited on. You might have decided to pass on. You might have said, no, I'm good with the way things are right now, and I'm going to see things through. And that's all well and good. But look, Major Arcana at the end, you know, 20, 21, these are the last cards in the Major Arcana. And then you've been shown a card of the beginning, okay? So this is truly saying, look at the people around you, look at the environment around you before making any huge decisions. But inevitably, a new chapter and a new adventure is wanting to push through at this time. Maybe not like right now here in October, but I'm talking like 2021, Dusty Blue. That a new adventure is really, really wanting to get you up on your feet, to get you moving in new directions, and again, get you thinking in new directions. So, that being said, toss aside all fears of not being able to do everything, because nobody is. We have 1,000 years worth of stuff to do and only 100 years, give or take, to live our life. So maybe this is about, with this Judgment card reversed, about a return to the listing of priorities, like of what we want and wanted and still want to accomplish in our life, and make sure that we remind our conscious mind of all of the things that we want to experience so that we can draw out a way of how to get these experiences and have this happiness in a more current time frame or in a more current aspect. You're a very resourceful person, but I feel as though, you know, And it doesn't mean you have to go out and change everything either, like right now. Again, this is up to you. I can't tell you what to do with your future. I can just tell you that I think Spirit and Source are offering up different avenues for life paths or adventures because they've recognized the work and the success that you are as a person. And it's simply inviting you or asking you, hey, if you'd like to change your mind, if you would like to change direction, look, all of these things are here for you. All of these things are available to you. But there's no judgment. It's a reversal on the judgment, whether you decide to take those or not. But again, I feel as though you may be weighing some of these ideas a little bit more heavily this winter, depending on how big or small you feel that your current world is. If you feel like the current world is like giving you enough stimulation to provide you with fulfillment each and every day, then don't change the beaten path. Just enjoy pounding your drum along that beaten path. But if your world is feeling a little bit too small, right? Same pattern on the table, same clock on the wall, 18 years and all. If it's beginning to feel a little bit too small, then, start planning. Start researching. Start taking a look at your ideas, your finances, your emotional state, your emotional well-being, what would really captivate the heart. And then the magician in this deck is holding the wand. So the inspiration of how you're going to do it, the initiation by Spirit to give you the push to say, come out, let's come out of that center. Let's come out of that comfort bubble for a while. And then you hear in the Six of Swords, the only lowly minor arcana or pip card in your reading is saying, smooth sailing is guaranteed. Still waters have already been prepared for you for your journey because you deserve it. It is almost like owed to you, being paid forward to you through karmic service of the universe and the people that you have helped. You have paved your way for easy sailing into the next chapter of your life whenever you decide to embrace it. You don't have to, but again, it's trying to push through. The major arcana, the fool's journey, is like at an end. So, you can, live out more, as many years as you want in the contentment of that, or you can begin to challenge yourself with newness, like different styles of newness deeply. And so I don't envy the position you're in, Dusty Blue, because it can be, it can be tough. You're like, I'm danged if I do and I'm danged if I don't. So what the hell am I supposed to do here in this situation? Look to your environment. Look to how you feel at the end of each day in regards to how fulfilled you're feeling. And if it feels like it's not, and it feels like your world is too small, plan something. Plan a vacation. Plan a change of venue. Plan a trip. Plan to take a class or something of that nature where you can really shift the energy and shift the momentum of the mind to begin to think in new directions. And you're at the wheel. You're the one driving the ship here. Six of Swords here. So, and there's no risk of danger because karmically I feel that you've just paid so much forward in terms of your service to community and people, just in my knowingness of you, Dusty Blue, that would never be an issue. Okay? All right now. There is no list today. That is the truth. It is cool beans. It is hot tamales and cool beans. It is harsh realities and vivid dreams. It is all of the movie scenes and even the places of the in-between. It is the yellows, the blues, and the greens. It is old senior citizens and teens. I don't know who writes this stuff. It is kings and queens. It is cool beans. All right, today is trivia only. So we've got a couple new people in the room. Welcome back to Libra Cusp. Hello to Joe Urban. Welcome to Chrissy Chandler. Good to have you here today. All right. Let's see if I can do another fill in the blank for you. What was the last one? Oh, yeah, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Was a good friend of mine. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. It's so hard to think of a good trivia question when you want to, but then when you don't, you think of them all. Okay. All right, here we go. This on the topic of essential oils and Christmas, because it's only a stone's throw away. Fill in the blank. I'm looking for a particular word in a sequence here, and the first person to type that word into the chat room will receive their free Pick a Deck reading. And it goes like this. We three kings of Orient are puffing on a rubber cigar. It was loaded and exploded, poof! Now we're on yonder star. Okay, anyways, the song had nothing to do with it. But the three kings that came to visit baby Jesus brought gifts. They were gold, frankincense, and blank. Whoever knows the third gift that was brought to big baby bouncing baby Jesus is the winner of the next reading. Gold, frankincense, and blank. All right. So trivia questions stated. I'll get the decks up here, get reset, and ready for the next reading. It's 99.9. Good vibes all the time. Thanks, everybody, so much for coming in. If you don't feel like answering trivia, if you want a reading and you don't want to wait, consider becoming a member of the Loyal Listeners Program here. Smash the like button, or you can go ahead and subscribe, hit the notifications. We get around to everybody eventually as well. The PayPal and the Super Chat lines are open for anybody wishing to make tribute to have their query heard as soon as possible, Rocky. All right, good stuff. I know my chat's a little bit delayed, and I do not apologize. It's just YouTube is not enjoying the fact that I'm a broadcast software boss, and I'm just overloading it right now. Welcome to Ange Love. Good to see you here today, Ange. Good to see you here, Joe Urban. Where are you calling us from, Joe? That's good, Dusty Blue. I'm glad the reading resonated for you. So awesome. Thanks for traveling with us. You've been here with us for like the last 4 seasons. Really good. Snoopy. Gold, frankincense, and Snoopy? I am kind of Snoopy. Hang on, Sloopy. Sloopy, hang on. Pom, pom. Pom, pom. All right. You're most welcome, Dusty. So good to see you. You guys should check out Traveling Art Shack on Instagram. It's amazing. Just type it in, at Traveling Art Shack. It's really easy. Speaking of our sponsors, other cool places you can find on the interwebs, Healthy Spirits for Healthy Animals. Shannon over there at foryouranimalshealth.com. You can find her on Facebook, and she can help you connect a little bit more deeply with your spirit animals, with your pets, all this good stuff. She's amazing. Find her on Facebook or at www.foryouranimalshealth.com. And for those of you that like free tarot, and I know you do, it's Jennifer's Tarot Positive Free, now streaming. She's online right now. And she'll be answering if Tommy and Johnny are coming back next week. We're diving a little bit deeper than that today. We are doing Pick a Deck readings and Vision Quest readings for our friends. All right. However you spell it. That's correct. Ange Love has won the trivia for the next reading. Really good, Ange Love. Go ahead and pick a deck, Ange. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, or deck 4. And while you're deciding, I'm going to go ahead and do the Vision Quest portion of your reading for Ange. All right. So you're standing beside a very pessimistic or negative person. Maybe not right now. Don't get that feeling. That it's not necessarily the person right beside you, but it's almost as if you're trying to support somebody that is not confident or not certain that they have the ability to do it. And they tend to see the worst in people, the worst in things, almost like a negative Nancy. And I'm sorry if anyone out there is listening, his name is Nancy. It's just an expression. Okay. Sorry, Karen. Sorry, Nancy. Didn't mean to say. But I've got the downward arrow. And you're showing up almost like as a wing of this person. So not necessarily an enabler, but a supporter of this person who is like kind of increasingly become pessimistic over the last little while, which has been very tough. It's also saying something about how you're viewing things through the window. It's saying like the window needs to be clean, or there needs to be a bigger window or a shift in perspective. It's almost as if saying like you may need some new scenery in your life. You may need some kind of different surrounding, or as if like you're having to view you're not able to feel liberated or free in the environment. You have to like watch it from behind the glass. You have to watch it from within a bubble, within a place of safety. You can look, but you can't touch. You can see, but you can't call out to it. It's almost like got that vibe to it. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, it feels like it's really sticky. You're there trying to support it, but the feeling is that you really can't do anything about it because the resistance is so thick, or the trying to influence has become so tough in that particular situation. And it could manifest out as being like family, friends, or something like that. But somebody in your environment really needs to cheer up. And I see you may be trying to cheer this person up, or you may be trying to support this person, and it might be taking a lot of your energy. At times you may even feel small in your abilities to do this, where you know that normally you are a great master of being able to help people feel better and get behind their own ideas and things of this nature, but it's been very difficult for you. All right. I'm also seeing a hermetic staff here, which lets me know is that you have a spirit guide which is bringing health and wisdom to you. This is a spirit guide that doesn't really like to be revealed or like to be known. This is somebody that wants to express to you that this lifetime is meant for healing for you to heal yourselves and to heal others. I think you probably already know that you're a healer, but there is a healer for the healer. It's like the doctor's doctor. You are the doctor of being able to encourage people and inspire people, but there is also a spirit guide there, and it's a form of a human being that is building you up, bringing you up, guiding you up, doctoring you up, saying, I'm going to keep you healthy so that you or spiritually happy or in a very good place, so that you can still be of greatest service to the people that you are lifting up. But this person doesn't really like to be known. If you require healing or advice or guidance, speak directly through spirit, audibly through your voice. Talk it out into the etheric, because that spirit guide in the form of a being, of a person, I think it's a man in long robes and carrying a staff, is saying, if you speak to this person audibly, they will show you. They will make themselves apparent to you. They will present themselves to you. So ask through invitation and initiation of spirit from a benevolent place, a chance to rapport with them, or a chance to talk to them, or ask them more directly, what are you trying to show me? Okay, because again, it comes back to this window. It's like you can only see so far through a window before you actually have to smash your fist through it and then look out of the window and look around for a wider perspective. Okay, so again, this might just be going out and maybe like hiking to the top of a mountain too, and doing something to make yourself kind of more aware of your presence, like your physical presence in your body, saying this vessel is carrying me to greater places, and I have many more faces to see and many more people to meet, And I don't want to be limited to having to let all that pass by you while looking out through the window. All right. So here we go. My apprentice nailed it. Okay, cool. I love the vision questing portions of the readings. Let me know which deck you would like, Ange. 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we'll follow up with a few cards. Okie dokie. Okie dokie then. So I think after Ange's reading, excuse me. I'm probably going to turn the stream off. So because the chat is like so delayed, it's so lagged out here, and I'm going to make some adjustments, and then maybe we can come back in a couple hours for the evening and see what's going on. Maybe we'll do some campfire sessions and some spirit discussions. A late night Akash program might be exactly what the doctor ordered tonight. Oh, we can do it. Alright. Alright, Ange, pick deck 3, the Goddess Oracle. Wonderful. Good choice, good choice, good choice. I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Alright, let's go ahead and get these other ones out of the way. Let me just give these a quick shuffle. Alright. No wonder I don't do this all the time. Holy moly. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, there we go. Maybe. It's the end of the program. It is the end of the program. The cards got sticky. Look at that. You guys are getting some behind the scenes look at how this works. What's behind the curtain? My apologies, Ange. Is Persephone. She's on the phone. She's talking to you. You mentioned something about an apprentice. This is being reaffirmed now, right? But it's a 42 card. This is a card of everything. So this is really nice. It shows that this may need to be your foremost focus right now. It can be a vicious cycle. When this goddess is here, it's there because the job of a good teacher is to be willing to be the student. It's willing to try to understand the depth of inexperience. And that sounds really weird because it's like experience has depth. Inexperience wouldn't have depth. But inexperience definitely has depth. Because depending on the nature of what you're trying to experience, people can become very complacent in saying, well, I've experienced it, so now I know it. But the truth of the matter is that experience is very relative. So they may be experiencing it, or you may be experiencing something in only one particular light, in only one particular way. And there's many ways for this to be experienced, or there's many different experiences that can be unlocked as a result of it. So it's like kind of the knowledge of like the Zen masters of old, or the ancients of India, that they said once you embark upon these spiritual quests for knowledge, or these spiritual quests from experience, there's no going back. There's no turning around. Once you know, it's very difficult to shut that flow off. It's very difficult for you to ever shut that door and ignore it ever again. So, with this card here, whomever it is that you are helping with their inexperience, I feel that the comfort, the safety, and the security is a big portion of it. They need to feel okay to fail. They need to feel okay to make a mistake. They need to be given the room and the space to make an error, to like fall down and to skin their knees, so that they can have reinforcements, both positive and negative reinforcements. Doesn't mean that the negative ones are bad. The negative ones just help tune focus and accuracy and things of this nature. And while we have Persephone here, this is about having to go through hell before you get to heaven, and depending on what it is that you want to experience, like the law of polarity when it comes to things like pleasure and pain. You know, the height of pleasure, can the height of pleasure that is reached, can it supersede the depth of pain that you are willing to go through? Can we truly become full unless we've ever known how it is to be hungry? So when we quest things, when we start from a 0 point, we have to remember that there are two different ways that we can go. Just like integers, you have positive 1 and you have negative 1. You have positive 2 and you have negative 2. And in order to have synergy and synchronicity and that consciousness awakening experience, sometimes we have to go through, the deep turmoil from the other side. We have to be able to empathize with things not only that we are able to relate to, and if we're unable to relate to those things, to have some sort of equivalent measure of a situation that brings about the appropriate amount of empathy or understanding that we are able to convey, that we're able to express, and that we're able to communicate. And Persephone is a master of this. Hindsight is always 20/20, because the hindsight is like when I was inexperienced, or when I didn't know better, this was my path. Now that I do know better, I choose this path. But even in choosing this path, we're admitting that we know better, but we may still not know best, or we may still not know all, which is why leadership, through the understanding of the eyes of the student, or the eternal student, the student's mind, as the Buddhists call it. But Persephone is here to say that the journey and the relatability, using your journey as a tool to help provide some guidance to people must tell the story of the hero's journey from inexperience to experience. It's hard for people to be able to relate to your successes unless you've told them the preface to that success of a time where you were feeling that you could do better, or the time where you actually did fall down and skin your knees, the time that you actually did fail that particular expectation that you were working towards, because that will add the context to your story and to that which you are trying to teach. And she's just there mostly as goddess with a message of, yes, tell the story of that journey. You may decide that you want to write a book. You might not have any experience at writing books, but you might. Don't be surprised if in the next few years you decide to take up the computer, the pen and paper, or the typewriter and literally begin to start writing a book. That wouldn't surprise me at all for your journey, Ange, in terms of just the knowingness of how beautiful that can be. All right. Hello, Gallo. It's good stuff. You were commenting earlier. You were here earlier. Great. Hopefully you can come back a little bit later, because our chat is super delayed here at 99.9. I've been overloading the YouTube server with all the bells and whistles of the broadcast software. I got to go in and make some resets, and I got to go make sure I'm well stocked with food and drink, and hopefully we're going to come back for a few hours later tonight and maybe just have another real relaxing program. And if we don't do that, then maybe even tomorrow. We could maybe read for the signs tonight. That'd be fun. I could do a little bit of prep work, and we could do that. Should be good times. All right? So from all of us here, 99.9, I've been your host, Poofy Pooper Noggin, our friend Scorpio Butt Cheeks, Jimmy Fries, and Charlie there in the Writers Guild. We thank you all for watching. Big shout out and thanks to Sherry, to all the people that donated today. Steve S. for throwing us a big donation. To El Boogie for joining the Loyal Listeners Membership Club. Thanks, El Boogie. We really appreciate that. And to everybody that's tuned in today, we love y'all. All right. And without further ado, or further ado, just kidding. We will be back in just a little while.